Good evening, hello, and welcome to the final game on the UEFA calendar of the 19/20 season. This is a mouth-watering clash. If you thought that the Europa League was going to be good, surely tonight must be much better. We've got two incredible teams, of course. On the home side, we have a team that's never made a Champions League final before in Paris Saint-Germain, and the away side, well, they've been there multiple times. It's Bayern Munich, of course, in what should surely be an absolutely incredible game. Kickoff for this match is at 8 p.m. UK time. We are just about 25 minutes away from it, so we're going to go through the lineups and everything very shortly. Well, there's some incredible players on the pitch tonight, a plethora of incredible stars, and we've got a plethora of incredible people joining us tonight for our show. We're going to go through them one by one, ask for their score predictions and things like that straight away. So we'll do it in the opposite order this time. KD was last this time. I think he'll appreciate this Champions League final a little bit more because his side will be actually in the competition next season. It's KD. How are we doing, buddy?
He just caught me scrolling me across the cream.
My bad.
How are you today?
I'm not too bad. Are you ready for tonight's game? I think he's choking. I'm not going to lie. I think we might have a problem here. KD, I feel like he's choking right now on his custard cream. Are you okay?
Did you lag out or did I lag out?
You lagged out there. I thought you started choking.
Out. Right. So
we're not even 2 minutes in yet. I thought you were dying. Oh, God.
That's incredibly awkward because I thought you lagged out. Because for me, it just kept spinning your circle. And my thing kept talking. So I'm not quite sure what happened there.
I don't know what happened there. Are you looking forward to tonight's game?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I've been saying since knockout stages began, I think PSG have got it. I think this is their year.
Of course, as we've kind of been building this game up for the last couple of weeks in terms of who's going to be in this final. You've been repping the PSG side of things. It's been a fantastic tournament for them, and of course, we'll talk through how they've got through this competition so far in a moment. So that's KD, of course. Man United in the competition next season. They'll be hoping for glory. And talk about a team that have glory. It's your final couple of hours as champions of the Champions League. Of course, it's Will. It's going to be a shame because tonight, of course, it's going to have to be handed over to one of these two sides. But the real question is, who do you think it's going to be?
I'm going with Bayern Munich. I've said since the quarterfinals, I think Bayern Munich could look like the strongest team, especially dominating Barca. Cruise past Leon, I think it's their year.
Right, so of course, I think that's everybody's favourite this season, and we're going to go through in a moment how they've gone through the entire tournament so far. A lot of goals have been scored by them. As for PSG, they have done very well defensively. We're now going to bring onto the screen your co-partner, of course, on the NFL Corner. It's Kieran L. How are we doing, Kieran L?
I'm doing all right, mate. How are you?
And I've just seen Rowan in the bottom corner is not happy, but I can see him eating, so I thought I'd do you a favour. But apart from that, I'm not too bad. Thank you very much. This game, it's very, very exciting. I mean, we talked about the last match, the Europa League final, being one of those games that I think a lot of people were looking forward to. We had, was it five goals in that game? 3-2 win, yep. 5 goals?
Yeah.
Surely we're going to have 10 tonight.
You'd like to think so, but it's one of them where we've built it up so much, I'm fearing the worst. However, with the defensive style of these two teams, which is their style of no defence, there should be at least some goals tonight. But, I mean, if they can do 8-2 to Barcelona, I fear that Bayern Munich may be able to put a few more past PSG.
And that's the hope. We need goals tonight because some of us might fall asleep. If it doesn't mean my bed's just behind me, so I will certainly be falling asleep if it's 0-0 at half time. And, of course, we've got to introduce our final person. He's been giving me the middle finger. I can see him on the bottom of the screen. He's been singing and dancing along, but fair play to him. He's the absolute legend. That is. Where now we're doing.
Oh, yeah. You're all right.
How are we? Not too bad, thank you. This game, Rowan, it's an exciting one on paper. Who are you backing? Because it's I think there's more people picking Bayern. Why?
I'm a Bundesliga fan, but I think they have just proven this tournament they can kill a team. Tottenham, Chelsea. Now, I think it's PSG. PSG have been decent, but you've got to base it off their last game, and Bayern a solid 3-0 win, and then previous it was an 8-2, and I've just got a little feeling that it's just going to have Bayern written all over. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope we're going to get an entertaining game, but there's something that's written Bayern on it for me.
That's what makes it so special, though. It is PSG's first final, of course. We've got people in the stream already. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you are new, of course, as always, do leave a like and a subscription. Benaldo has said good afternoon. good evening as well, and good morning to anyone wherever you are from. So let's get into our scores, predictions, and lineups and things like that. We've got 20 minutes until this game does start off, of course, and I don't know why, but my PowerPoint screen seems to not be working with 2 seconds here. So in terms of tonight's game, there we go. I can show it now. But we'll have a look at the lineups, of course, to start things off. We're going to start with the PSG home side, as I said before. It's their first Champions League final. So the pressure is on them tonight to try and win this tournament, of course, altogether. So as you can see, it's a 4-3-3 tonight. Keylor Navas, who we thought might have actually been out of the squad altogether, is back. He had an injury the previous game, which meant Sergio Rico came in and did a very good job. So fair play to him on that one. But of course, you would expect the Costa Rican to get the call up tonight in this game. Back four stays unchanged. Kerr on the right back position. Kimpembe and Silva in the two middle centre-back positions, of course. And Bernat as well, for facing off against his former side, Bayern Munich, at left back. Midfield three, Paredes, Marquinhos and Herrera. I think a lot of people thought that Marco Verratti was going to come back into the side. He's fit, ready, raring to go. But of course, Tuchel is kept with his same midfield. And of course, the front three. Very unlikely that was ever going to change. Di Maria on the right-hand side, Neymar on the left-hand side, and Mbappe up top. The question I want to ask you boys, whoever wants to go first, fire away. Is it the right decision to leave Verratti out because he's one of their star players? He's been injured for a couple of weeks. Do you think it's going to be the right call tonight?
Yeah.
Do you think he'd have done a better job maybe than some of the midfielders? Because we've talked about it before. Technically, when you look at that midfield on paper, it's not the most exquisite midfield in the world compared to other teams. Is anybody in the camp maybe of no?
Oh, they dominated against Leipzig for many periods of the game, so I think it would have been unfair to change any of that midfield. And especially we saw it last year when Harry Kane was injured for quite a sustained period of time. They brought him straight back in. He wasn't the same player. If you lose the legs of Paredes and Herrera and you bring in a Verratti, who after 20 minutes isn't up to the fitness level, they could just run rings around him. So I'm happy for him to keep him the same level.
Just don't change what's broken.
Yeah, I think Alexander Herrera is an absolute workhorse. He never stops running, and he normally does end up coming off about 60, 70 minutes in. Paredes has done really well in the last few games, and of course Marquinhos has scored the goals, and he's become a real mainstay in that defensive midfield role. I think it suits them well to have Marquinhos a little bit further behind those two box-to-box midfielders.
He's been fantastic, of course. He's been playing that centre defensive midfield position for quite some time now. And, of course, Tuchel has continued that role on well, as well as, of course, tonight it could be Thiago Silva's final game at PSG, linked with the move to Chelsea in the next couple of weeks. So we could be saying goodbye to him tonight, of course, for PSG. It's time to talk about the opposition side because, well, we've got a mammoth of a team on the home side. Look at the away side as well because it's a 4-2-3-1 tonight for Bayern Munich. And, of course, as you would expect, Manuel Neuer, who was in the previous final that Bayern Munich played off, is in goal. A back four of Joshua Kimmich, Boateng, Alaba and Alphonso Davies, of course, the young left back. We're certainly hoping tonight he is going to be lifting that trophy alongside his teammates. Midfield two of Goretzka and the potentially moving on to Liverpool, Thiago. Interesting call, actually, because the front kind of attacking three tonight in terms of the wingers and the cam. Gnabry on the right-hand side, Muller in the middle. Koeman on the left, which is an interesting choice, of course, comes in for Ivan Perisic, former Paris Saint-Germain player back in his youth days. And, of course, up top, he needs to score 2 goals tonight to equal Cristiano Ronaldo's record of 17 goals in the Champions League season. It's Robert Lewandowski. First question I'm going to ask you tonight, do you think Lewandowski can do it? Do you think he can score 2 tonight?
Yeah.
Yes. He's proved in. I mean, he's only 15 off Ronaldo's record. There's not much stopping. I think against Lyon, he didn't have an amazing game. Obviously, he scored that header. I think there's a high chance he will get it. It's all to do with whether that PSG defense can just sort of hold your wingers to stop that ball going into Lewandowski.
Is anybody in the camp of the other side and say maybe no, Lewandowski will be a little bit quiet tonight? Because remember, that previous game they played against Lyon, he missed a lot of opportunities and was very, very quiet.
I don't think he'll be quiet. Lewandowski's he's never quiet. You know, he's always in every game. You give him one chance and he'll end up on the score sheet. But what I do appreciate about Bayern Munich is they like to spread the goals around. You know, it might not, they're not, I mean, we look at PSG, besides that front three and suddenly Marquinhos, the goal scoring machine, there isn't anybody I really rely on. Whereas in that Bayern Munich team, there is goals throughout the whole side. So he may not, the mantle wasn't all on him tonight, but I think as a squad, they will score more than 2 goals.
And that's what makes it really, really interesting tonight. Both teams, they've got great attackers up top. You can see the front four for Bayern Munich, the attacking three of the likes of Mbappe, Di Maria and Neymar. And by the way, quickly, thank you. We're up to 680 subscribers now. So for everybody who has just subscribed, thank you ever so much. And of course, tell us your thoughts and opinions throughout tonight and throughout this build-up to the game. We've got 15 minutes to go. So put your score predictions in the chat and we'll talk through what you think the score is going to be tonight. But Aldo straight away putting in is he thinks it's going to be a 3-2 Bayern Munich win, which would mean that once again, another final with 5 goals. We would not be complaining at all. Now, of course, as well, we've got the starting 11s on the screen. You probably want to know who's on the bench, who could make a difference if both of these teams desperately need someone to come on. As you can see, there are the substitutes that could come on in tonight's game. So on the left-hand side, we've got Sergio Rico in goal. Of course, played the previous game. We probably won't see him tonight unless Taylor and Raphael pick up an injury. We've got Marco Verratti, who is available once again tonight after injury. He's probably going to come on at some point, I would assume. And it Maxim Choupo-Moting, the hero against Atalanta. Could he come on and be the hero? We've seen Origi do it last season, of course. Could maybe Choupo-Moting do it for PSG? Icardi as well hasn't had much of a many appearances in this tournament so far. He's on the bench as well tonight. Sarabia, Kazawa, Diallo, to name a couple of others. And then, of course, you've got Idrissa Gueye and Julian Draxler as well, to name some of the bigger players in the team. And then on the right-hand side, the Bayern Munich bench, of course, Sven Ulvik and Hoffmann are the 2 goalkeepers available if they do need to come on. Odriozola, Sul, Pavard also there for the defence. Javi Martinez could be his final game tonight for Bayern Munich, linked with a move to join up with Frank Ribery at Fiorentina. Coutinho, also his last game tonight. He will be moving back to Barcelona, although I'm pretty sure right now he'd rather just stay at Bayern Munich, considering the state of the club right now. Cuisance as well, the young French midfielder. Could he come on and make a difference tonight? And then, of course, the attackers. Ivan Perisic, he's had a large set of appearances, of course, in this tournament so far. Starts on the bench tonight. We've got Hernandez as well, Thalissa, the midfielder, and the young Dutch forward, Joshua Zirkzee. In terms of the bench, boys, is there anyone that I think might come on tonight and make a difference?
Perisic. Just because he's played all the games. I know Hansi Flick just said he chose Coleman because of he's playing against. He's like the PSG's France versus France. But yeah, Perisic is standouts. Also, Talisso's had good games where he's come off the bench.
Is anyone else in a different camp?
Oh, I'm in the Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting camp. I've been in the Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting camp since the Atalanta game. I mean, he could come on and make a difference. He just brought something different that game, and Icardi's always a good finisher. But I also, on the other side, I agree that Perisic a different player to even Perisic, and I really think he'll test Thilo Kehrer going the other way. In behind Thilo Kehrer, he'll drive at him. Whereas I think Perisic would have cut inside and give Kehrer kind of an easier night. So I think they're trying to really influence that right-hand side for PSG. But I'm in the Choupo-Moting most impact sub camp.
It would be very fitting for a player like Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting to score the winner tonight. You never know. We saw it against Atalanta. He came on, was a real big difference maker in that game, and maybe PSG could call upon him tonight. So there's the benches. Of course, we're 10 minutes away from kickoff of these games. So let's have a quick look at how these two teams have made it through the tournament so far. So we start at the group stages. Of course, you've got to remember PSG were in the same group as Real Madrid at the time. They finished Group A, 16 out of 18 points. They only conceded 2 goals in the group stages, which is an absolutely staggering stat. Round of 16 feels like a long time ago since we saw those games, but they got a big 3-2 aggregate win against Borussia Dortmund. It was a fantastic result and a really good game of football, considering Dortmund did actually win that first leg of football. Quarterfinals, most recently, of course, that 2-1 win versus Atalanta. The late goals in that game really did change the whole course of that match. And, of course, the most recent match, the 3-0 win against RB Leipzig, the German side not really turning up, necessarily speaking, in that game at all. But it was a good, comprehensive win for the French team. So that is how PSG have made it through the tournament so far. Let's have a look at how Bayern Munich did over the course of the Champions League. So as you can see, they were in Group B alongside Spurs. They finished with a maximum of 18 points in the group stages so far. Round of 16, they got a 7-1 aggregate win against Chelsea. They played the second leg, of course, quite recently. Big result for them in that game. Quarterfinals, it was that incredible 8-2 win against Barcelona. Probably one of the best games in recent European history in terms of the quarterfinals. And then, of course, the semi-finals, that 3-0 win against Olympique Lyonnais. It was a fantastic result for them against a really good Lyon side who did so impressive in this tournament. So that is how both teams have gone through so far. Let's have a quick stat attack and kind of give you a rough idea of how these teams could potentially go on tonight in terms of how the stats look at the game. So Bayern Munich, PSG, they faced off 8 times in the Champions League. All of the games were actually played in the group stages. PSG won 5 of those matches and Bayern have won 3. The last time they played each other was back in 2017, so quite some time. Especially for years in football. Bayern Munich, they've scored 42 goals in the 10 games they've played in this season's Champions League. That is the second best attack in the history of the Champions League. Only Barcelona scored more goals. That was 45, although they played 16 games in the 1999-2000 season in the Champions League. So as of current, since the format changed, Bayern Munich are the best attacking side in the tournament, which is absolutely deserved considering some of the incredible results we've seen throughout the tournament. PSG, they've only reached their 3rd UEFA final. Remember, this is their first Champions League final, of course. Their last actual UEFA final was in the 1996-97 Cup Winners' Cup, which ended in a 1-0 defeat to Barcelona. And as I said before, of course, it's PSG's first Champions League final. The last first-time winner of this tournament was Borussia Dortmund back in 1997 against Juventus. Since then, 6 teams, they've got to the final for the first time. They've all lost. So technically, when you look at the stats and you look at history, it kind of goes against PSG. But, of course, the stats, theoretically speaking, don't mean anything because they've got some exquisite players on the pitch tonight. So we've asked the chat, of course, their predictions. Bernardo sent it through to Bayern Munich win. Jesse, welcome for joining. He says 2-1 win for Bayern Munich. We'll go around the camp while we've got 7 minutes left to see our score predictions. So we'll start with the bottom right-hand corner for me. KL, what's your score prediction for this game?
It's a tough one because I don't think we've ever seen a campaign like it in terms of pure domination, which is what we've seen from Bayern Munich. Because they've scored 7, then 8. And, I truly don't think we've ever seen a campaign like this from a team. But PSG seem to like knocking out German teams. They've done 2 out of the 3. They only need to add Bayern Munich, and then they've knocked them all out in some sort of row. So I'm going to edge towards Bayern Munich, but I do believe PSG will be in the game for long periods of time.
So, interesting one. Rowan, have you got different thoughts, maybe? A couple more goals?
I didn't do a score.
Oh, no, you haven't. Tell us your score.
I didn't do the whole point. I'll go with 4-2 Bayern Munich.
We like goals. Rowan, you usually like a lot of goals. Do you think tonight's going to be the same?
5-4 Bayern Munich. Penalties. So they win. So it finishes 4-0, but they technically win 5. They win on penalties. 4-0.
I mean,
penalties.
If that happens, we haven't had a penalty shootout yet since the inception of these one-legged games, of course. We're hoping maybe tonight can be that game. Remember the last final that Bayern Munich played in, they won it quite late on. Let's hope that. Well, I mean, for Bayern fans, of course, you're hoping tonight. For the neutral, penalties would be quite exciting in the Champions League final. I can't even remember the last time we had penalty shootouts in the final. I feel like it might have been all the way back when...
Real Madrid Atletico, maybe?
Chelsea, maybe?
I would have said...
Real Madrid.
Let's have a quick... It would have indeed, yeah. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, 2015-16. So 4 years ago since we last had a penalty shootout. So for the neutral, we're hoping for that. Top right-hand corner for me, KD. Are you thinking penalties tonight, or do you think PSG are going to win it?
I think it's 2-1 PSG.
2-1 PSG. Do you think that'll be in the 90 minutes, or do you think maybe it'll be 1-1 at extra time and PSG win it late on?
I think it's 90 minutes, 2-1 PSG. Now, I hope there's more goals than 3, of course. But something tells me 2-1 PSG.
So we've got 2-1 PSG there. Of course, everybody pretty much got so far going for Bayern Munich. Will, you said at the start of the show you were thinking Bayern Munich as well. What do you think the score's going to be tonight?
I think there's going to be goals, definitely. I think both defences can be got and 2 clinical teams, really, but I think Bayern will win. I was going to say 4-2 like Kieran, but I'll swap it a bit. I'll say 4-3. I'll give PSG another goal, but I still think Bayern are going to win on the night.
Well, there we go. You've seen what we're all predicting tonight. I'm going to make my prediction because I forgot to make my prediction in the last game. I'm going to go 4-1 to Bayern Munich tonight. I don't know why. I've just got a slight feeling. I mean, the pressure is on, of course, PSG to try and win this game. To give you kind of a rough idea as well, I did it in the last episode, so the previous watch along about the previous records in finals. Of course, we know last year Liverpool beat Tottenham 2-0. The year before that, Real Madrid beat Liverpool 3-1. 2016-17, Real Madrid beat Juventus 4-1. 15-16, of course, that was the last time we had a penalty shootout, which was between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. That ended 1-1. 2014-15, Barcelona beat Juventus 3-1, and Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid 2013-14 4-1. So you can see, usually history brings a lot of goals, but you never know with a game like this. We have got 4 minutes until kickoff. So very quickly before we kind of sync up our games together, so you guys can sync up with us as we watch this final. Hopefully mine doesn't cock up this time and move forward randomly like it did on the Europa League final. But as you can see on the screen, we've got our future games to come. Of course, the new season starts up pretty much next week. Some leagues, of course, have already started up, including Ligue 1, which started up last week. So as you can see on the screen, a couple of our watch-alongs still to come. Next Saturday, Arsenal, they take on Liverpool in the Community Shield. That's at 4:15, the first piece of English silverware available to any of the clubs. The 38th of September, the Nations League is back. Big games, including Germany, Spain, Netherlands, and Italy, and of course, Iceland v England. If you are an England fan, of course, there's to keep eyes out for a couple of Nation Leagues watch-alongs over the September period. 24th of September, remember, of course, the UEFA Super Cup is going to be played, and whoever wins tonight be taking on Sevilla. That game, 24th September, 7:30 start, 8 p.m. kickoff for that. Hopefully, it's going to be a good fixture. Usually when Sevilla plays, it brings goals. And then on the 8th of October, the Euro 2020 playoff semi-finals are going to be happening. Remember, some of these teams, in terms of the nations, have still got to play for their place in the Euros next year. So find out what happens then in October. And alongside that, of course, there'll be watch-alongs for all games across 5 major leagues across the entire season. We're going to look at some different things for watch-alongs next season. So do keep your eyes out on the channel if you do like your football. But it's not just football as well. We've got plenty of other content, podcasts, other watch-alongs, including F1. We're going to look at some WWE watch-alongs in the future, NFL ones. If there's a sport that you like, you name it, we've got it. So that is all of the content coming up in the next couple of weeks and months. So, boys, we're 2 minutes away from kickoff now. It's a nerve-wracking time for some of these players because, of course, PSG, this is their first final. Bayern Munich, they've got players on the pitch that have played in this Champions League final before. I can see Rowan, of course, with his hand on his chest, representing the teams tonight as the Champions League anthem plays. Looking at the lineups tonight, there's a couple of players that have tonight playing against their opposition sides in the past. Coman against his former side PSG, youth player there back in the day. Bernat playing against his former Bayern Munich side. Do you think tensions might be high tonight? Because we saw in the Europa League game, there was a lot of yellow cards given out. Do you think it'll be the same atmosphere?
I think both of these two sides are a lot more disciplined than the Sevilla side. Of course, they got most of the yellow cards, and but the referee was just not having a good game. I don't think anyway. In the Europa League final, I think I've never seen this referee. So we'll have to see. Well,
absolutely, indeed. It's Italian referees tonight, by the way. The fourth official is, as far as I'm aware, Romanian, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Of course, this is the first time, actually, you are correct, indeed, that I think it's the first time that he has indeed refereed a Champions League final. So, of course, we're doing the usual coin toss to determine what's going to happen with this game. I'm going to get everything sorted and set up here. And while we just sort a few things out, just looking at the chat, Benaldo's put reminder, please do not post any goals, fouls, etc. as there is a delay. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy. Thank you very much, Benaldo. We did have a few problems that last time, but it wasn't too bad. And then Banming has put PSG 2, Bayern 0. Is that Banming because of the result? But you never know. I think that's what makes it so special.
Yeah, I don't want to overlook PSG. I was tempted to say they'd win it because that high line of Bayern Munich, we saw Toko Ekambi and Memphis Depay cause all sorts of trouble in the opening 10, 15 minutes, and they were on top until Gnabry had that moment of class. So you put any of these three in behind that defensive high line, I could see PSG winning it. I've just not got the bottle to do it.
And there'll be a lot of betting people tonight. There'll be a lot of betting people across the world.
Another reason why I want Bayern to win is because if they do win, Barca have got to pay us $5 million, which will be greatly appreciated.
So here we go. The whistle is in the mouth. The game is about to get underway. If you want to join us along with the watch along, we're going to pause the game at the 30-second mark. Hopefully this time we can get it spot on. So 30-second mark, we're going to pause it at, and then of course we'll play from there. So if you want to join us with that, pause at 30 seconds, and we will get underway. So 20 seconds in here. Hopefully we can get an early goal tonight. Just really kickstart this game, get the mood flowing.
Yeah. So everyone, are we stopping at 30? Yeah.
Yeah.
30 seconds. So I'm 5 seconds away.
So
I'm 4, 3.
Oh, 30 now.
2. I'm at 30 now.
Right,
So-
just to clarify, is everybody at 30 seconds?
Yes.
There we go. Just a little pause time as well, so any viewers can to get 30 seconds. If you have 30 seconds, play in 3, 2, 1, now. There we go. So just to make sure, my time is at 34, 5,
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Perfect. There we
Nice.
go.
I'm at 55 seconds.
Oh,
Oh no!
I'll pause it on 1 minute.
All right, okay. Well,
It just keeps on buffering.
are you watching on console?
Yeah.
That'll be why. On console, if you pause, it'll play ahead.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't doing it last time, though. That's the thing. For the Europa League final.
I'm now on a minute time. I've just realised.
6, 7.
And Bayern Munich
8.
coming forward here, by the way. First, maybe opportunity for him, and it's not the greatest of passes
I'll
in the
try
world.
and rewind it.
Oh,
That'll
pass.
play for a goal kick.
This stream's coming the worst time, right? Because there's 3 things on at the same. So I've got a Champions League final there with the audio for the stream, but I've currently got Indy 500 there, and then I've also got the COD World League up on my phone. It's literally it's the worst time, and they're all on at the same time. And I was like, well, I want to watch them all.
It's been a cagey start so far for PSG.
Yeah, and look, Coleman challenging on Kehrer straight away, and he might have the beating of him all night. Because I think, do you remember when you played them, Kieran? Kehrer looked shaky.
Mm-hmm. Of course, that's where 2 of our goals came from.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good player, but that's why I think they've got Coleman in just to get at him rather than Perisic, who might like to cut inside and move the ball infield.
Just to confirm, Will, if you are still forward, if you pause at 2 minutes 30, I'll tell you when it's 2:30, and if you click play.
Right, that's fine. What are you on right now? I've tried to rewind it.
15, 16, 17.
Oh, I'm with you now. I'm level E now.
Oh, perfect. There we go. So we've got a 5 minute free
We're
kick.
all right.
Lofted into the box. But unfortunately, De Jong's not in the box today. He's not playing for either side. If De Jong was there, he'd probably put that into the back of the net.
We saw a good delivery of balls into the box in the last game. Wonder if it's going to be the same this time.
Hopefully so. I mean, the set pieces in that previous game were absolutely fantastic. Pretty much every set piece kind of led to a goal. And well, you know, we've said before, the Europa League, it wasn't the most fascinating tournament. It was really, really good. But when you compare it to the Champions League games, you know, with some of the games that we've had have been on another level. And hopefully tonight, these two sides can prove why they deserve to be in this final. I think, of course, if any side needs to prove themselves a little bit more, you'd say it's PSG.
Yeah, the Europa League saved all their excitement for the first 20 minutes of the final, where within like 30 minutes it was 2-2. And I was hoping for the exact same start tonight, just go hell for leather for 20 minutes.
I mean, if they want to do it the opposite, and in the last half an hour, all the goals go in, and maybe it's 2-2 by the 90th minute, going to extra time, that'd be nice. But
like PSG Atalanta, where it only warmed up when it hit 85 minutes. And then suddenly everything happened.
I mean, if they could repeat that, that'd be really, really good. A couple more people have subscribed, by the way. Thank you ever so much for all the subscribers. We're very close to towards the 700 mark. We're 18 away. So if you haven't subscribed, I'm not going to keep drilling it throughout the night because it will get annoying. But if you haven't subscribed already, it'd be greatly appreciated if you do. But as you guys said, bit of a nervy start here for PSG, which you'd expect in the first Champions League final. 4 minutes on the clock here. Just playing it round the back, taking their time. There's no rush, of course. Full board for these sides in this game. I think if any team is probably going to rush a little bit more, it will be PSG to get that first goal. And they made a mistake at the back here. Luckily enough, Marquinhos is there to sort out what could have been a very poor defensive mishap at the back.
Kehrer again.
Yeah, I mean, he's technically not a right back, is he?
That was good.
No. They need to improve at right back because they had Aurier, who was a liability, and I think we've seen that. And Kehrer, he's trying his best, but he is a centre back originally, so I don't know how they solve that problem. Maybe they bring up Colin Dagba, the young lad from the bench tonight. He may play in the future, but I don't know if they might invest there.
I was surprised they let Mounier walk, to be honest. Went to Dortmund on a free.
It's a great deal.
So it's a really good deal. I mean, it's a shame because, to be honest, he wasn't really well respected at PSG. I don't think they've always had a bad right back problem over the last couple of years. I mean, as you said before, Serge Aurier was there for a brief spell of time, got into a couple of issues with Tuchel, then left. Mounier came in, left pretty quickly. If there is one team that maybe needs to improve on their fullbacks, it probably is PSG. If they want to get to the very next level and consistently keep competing in finals. But Thiago, with the first kind of little opportunity of the game, it's a long range. I'm not even going to say effort like I did in the previous game. It's just a long shot that goes miles over the goal.
Are you excited to see that outfield, Will? I
mean, as long as it's not, if we do sign him, there's no need for him to shoot like that because he can just get it to the front three. But I'm not lying. I would love to see Thiago sign for us. For some reason, I just can't see it happening. I just don't think Liverpool want to pay the fee. I think they'd rather wait out a year and get him on a free. But you always run the risk of another team coming in and swooping in and getting him. But all the reports saying that Thiago wants to join Liverpool. I mean, someone said he's already eyeing up an house in England, which is, if it's true, I'm happy with that. But yeah, I personally, someone's telling me it's not going to
happen. I mean, of course, if Thiago comes in, then it's a case of probably letting Gini go. Do you think? I know he's been linked with Barcelona. Do you think he'd go there, Gini? Do you think it'd be the right move for him?
I mean, Barcelona could definitely use a player like him because he's a workhorse. He does all the dirty work. And Ronald Koeman's a big admirer of him, obviously. Same nationality, both Dutch. But I would like to sign Thiago and keep Gini Wijnaldum. Of course, I would do. But if I could only have one at the club, I'm leaning more towards Thiago. I think he brings something that we don't have. Just a lot of flair. Just keeps keeps the team ticking over. But yeah, I think it's looking more likely that Gini's out on the way out, not signing that new contract. But if Gini does leave, I think we will definitely sign Thiago. But it's going to be interesting to see if Barca do make an offer for Gini Wijnaldum.
7 minutes in, by the way, for anybody just watching. Bayern Munich, quite a large spell of possession, to be honest. It really has been pretty much all of German side's possession right now. I mean, Kimmich there. Trying to maybe work across into the box for Lewandowski. For anybody who's watching as well, I'm fuming. Thank you for joining the stream, but he says, for anybody who's watching, if you have a second device, you can watch it on the official BT Sport YouTube and you can pause and unpause, of course. I think you can only do that if you're in the UK, as far as I'm aware. I don't know on that one whether it works overseas. I assume not because Benaldo's using a streaming service. But if you're in the UK, if you want to watch it alongside us, then it is available on the BT Sport YouTube channel as well. But PSG, yeah, looking a bit quiet right now. Bayern Munich dominating this first kind of 10 minutes.
I think they'll be happy. I think they'll be happy, Paris, because the sustained pressure that Bayern are having, they're not really doing much with it. Of course, we've seen one shot in the opening 8 minutes, and that's the mistake there.
Could be the first chance of the game, and they are actually going to get a free kick here in a very similar position to a free kick they got in that previous game where Marquinhos put it into the back of the net.
He's not started well as Thiago.
Very nervy. Very, very nervy.
His head's in Liverpool.
What were you going to say, Rowan?
So when you were doing the Bayern Leon stream, we said the thing is with Bayern, let's say Lewandowski doesn't step up, another player will. And it's one thing PSG, let's say Lewandowski doesn't have the best game, Muller will have a great game. You saw it against Lyon. Lewandowski were a thing. It was Leon Goretzka who was just whipping shots from outside the box. They did all get blocked by his own team. But with this Bayern team, if one player doesn't step up, others do. And it's something that I think the PSG side need to be wary of, that all the players can do something at one point.
Well, they're going to need to step up here. The Bayern Munich defence, the ball is lofted into the box. Really, really poor, and it's gone out of play.
Herrera was open at the back there, but Davies just does a nice clearance.
It's a big test for Davies tonight as well. You know, we talked about Liverpool winning it last year, of course. This time we're on the other side of the fullbacks. Of course, Trent being one of the youngest fullbacks to play in a final. This time we've got Alphonso Davies on the left-hand side, another young player. Do they run the risk tonight of him maybe getting carried away?
He's that professional. Sorry. Go on.
No, sorry. I always believe he's injured now, so that's not a good start. But
Might have just jinxed it.
Yeah. Basically, if he stays on the pitch, I think one thing that is really helpful for Alphonso Davies is he may not be the best out-and-out defender, but his pace can make up for any mistakes that either his teammates make or he makes, and that is invaluable. And you see when defenders lose their pace, once you make a mistake, it's over. But he looks okay. Yeah, he looks okay. Looks like he's going to be all right.
Well, there was a corner whipped in for PSG there. It's come out and we're now in the middle of the field for PSG right now, getting a bit more of a feel for the ball, which is good for the home side. As Kevin D said, I think right now in this first 10 minutes, they'll be pretty delighted with how it started. As long as you don't let Bayern Munich have a couple of key chances on goal, keep them out, counter-attack. You know, if you're looking at the front three that PSG have got, it's one of the best in the world. I mean, Neymar, he's played in Champions League finals already, of course, with Barcelona. If there's probably the most experienced player on the pitch is Di Maria, who's played in multiple Champions League finals with the likes of Real Madrid. And then, of course, as well, they've got in the middle Mbappe, who has played in a World Cup final himself. So, the front three, they've all played in finals. But whether they can break down this Bayern Munich side tonight is another question, because they've had some, I wouldn't say easy tests. I think Leipzig was a tough game in itself, which they did very well in. And, of course, other games, including Dortmund, which they played a lot of the German sides. They're not easy games, but if you compare it to some of the games that Bayern Munich have played as well, it's a tough game for both sides.
I think they've put Mbappe on the left against Kimmich because they know how much Kimmich runs upfield and Mbappe can use his pace to get him behind. I think Neymar's actually playing through the middle.
Yeah, I think you have seen that's where he earned the free kick as well. Mbappe on the left. I mean, you look at the thing is with PSG, the front three is always the thing that's lines, because that front three is made to play in European finals, and finally they get the chance to. So if even one of them steals the show tonight, they could come out winners. But Ander Herrera's been nicked here, and Coleman's driving, ricocheting, but to Navas, who can gather.
Well, it would have been a lovely goal that against his former side there, dancing around the defence, but he couldn't get through. And we're still kind of waiting for that first real major opportunity from either side. We talked about, it was Kieran L, of course, who said that first 20 minutes of the Europa League was a pretty great final. And, well, if you kind of put it into contrast, it's been very cagey in these first 12 minutes so far. And here come Bayern Munich, potentially with another attack again. They've had a large spell of possession here, but not really, using the ball to the greatest of the ability in the attack so far. But both these teams are going to be nervy. Remember, Bayern Munich, their last Champions League win was all the way back in 2012-13 against Borussia Dortmund. That was at Wembley. And tonight, of course, this game is being played in Lisbon. I know there are talks about potentially in the future looking at using this one-legged format permanently in 2025. So we might see the end of the two-leg games, which we'll talk about that at half-time. I mean, I've got a couple of half-time team talk questions to pose at you guys, but we'll talk about that later on, because I think
it's about pies again.
No, it's not about pies this time. I've changed it up a little bit. I've actually put it football related this time.
I'm out then. I'm out. We're not talking about food. No point in me being here.
Well, that's the thing, Rowan. Next season, I can put random food questions in for you. So when we do watchalongs together, I can be like, I don't know.
What pasta?
That's a lovely ball behind.
What's Nabri's favourite flavour of pasta?
Oh, it's a lovely back heel as well, Bernat.
Mbappe?
First,
on the left-hand side.
Little chance there for PSG. There's going to be a free kick here for Bayern Munich. I mean,
stood his ground.
Absolutely. I'm just hoping that this game just go to penalties. As you said before, this is could be the only game of the entire tournament since they moved to Germany and Lisbon that goes into penalties. Of course, we've already had one game that went into extra time, which was the Man United game against Copenhagen. Apart from that, we haven't had a single other game go into it, which is a surprise because you usually get one or two games, maybe going to extra time and penalties. But you could say maybe with this single-legged games that it's brought a lot of these teams out to play a bit more expansively than they would in two-leg games.
I think it depends on the team.
Yeah, for the underdog, it's much better. Bless you, Ron. You all right?
No, I got my hand stuck. We're all right.
But now let's put FIFA 21 halftime talk. Manager mode can sim once again. Game is fixed.
Oh, what a pass.
What's wrong? Mbappe.
Beautiful work towards Mbappe, who has his shot blocked there, and that could have been that first major chance.
You'd like to see Mbappe try and beat Kimmich there.
That's a wonderful spot from Paredes. How he's done that on the first time ball as well. That's the danger.
Think he meant to do that?
Yeah, it looked like it from me, from what I saw, but he might have scuffed it, but it's a hell of a scuff.
Good opportunity that there to maybe get a PSG attack going.
Well, he's had two similar chances in the middle there.
Both sides, they look so nervous right now.
Thomas,
in the middle of the field.
It's Thomas Muller. He's had probably like three things now where we had the early time from Coleman where he sort of snatched it from him but didn't do anything with it, and then just then is losing the ball.
Well, here come Bayern Munich on the attack, and it's a poor ball there from Coleman, who I think a lot of people might have been a little bit surprised tonight that Ivan Perisic wasn't starting this game. Of course, started multiple other games, played in World Cup final in 2018, might hopefully at some point get an appearance in the Champions League final. I know I saw a stat today that in the last 7 finals, a Croatian has played in every single one of them, of course. You include the likes of Modric, Kovacic, Rakitic, to name a couple of the players.
Yeah.
Alex in the chat.
I might say it's Lovren.
Absolutely. Lovren as well. Alexis put, good evening, lads. Just want to say that you boys did 10 times better build-up than my country's main television station that got the exclusive rights for the finals. They literally just switched the broadcast just before kickoff. And fair play for some good commentary. My pick is 2-1 Bayern. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. If only we could get exclusive rights to show the game.
Imagine.
I'd go bust. Honestly, if we got exclusive rights for next year, I'd be living in a cardboard box. We wouldn't have any of this behind me. Max Fury, welcome to the stream, buddy. He says, what's your opinions on Alphonso Davies? Or Ben Davies? It could be any Davies.
Tom Davies.
Oh, for God's sake.
Even
Ronaldo, but
Ronaldo, Ben Davies is improving. Can be a decent right back. See? Great minds think alike.
We could probably answer his question, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
he's very good.
Very good talent.
I like my Bundesliga youngsters, and he's there. He's probably the number one. It's just the way he's been adapted to a top. Obviously, the MLS isn't top tier, and the way he's been able to adapt to a top tier league and play as if he's been playing there for multiple years. Same in the Champions League. He's obviously got some little things. His defensive ability isn't particularly amazing, but like you said, he makes up for.
What another
Well, Neuer, he's in the last couple of years, he's had some rather interesting performances, not necessarily been to the best as what he used to be, but that was a fantastic, pretty much you could say double save there from Manuel Neuer. It was an awkward angle for the second shot for Neymar. It was pretty much just on the line. Towards Di Maria, but fantastic save there by Neuer, and that's the first real opportunity of the game.
That ball on the left, in behind Kimmich to Mbappe, is killing Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
they've got so many
out there.
Side, yeah. I think it's left v right. I really do think it is.
Well, here comes the corner. It's going to be whipped in now. Marquinhos is guided towards who tries to get his head onto it, but he unfortunately can't. It has come back to PSG though. Can they make something of this attack? You can see Neymar just on the left-hand side. Really good work from him. And it's come back to PSG again, although bit of a bundle there between Lewandowski and Neymar. Attackers fighting already.
I think that was a foul.
I think he just used his body, to be honest.
Yeah, you get little moments like that in the game. I mean, the good thing is, as much as that Europa League final was good, it was, I wouldn't say it was spoilt by the amount of fouls from that was given to Sevilla, but it just broke down the speed of play, especially in that second half. And hopefully we don't see that as much tonight. But here comes Bayern Munich on the attack. It's Alphonso Davies on the left-hand side towards Coman into Thiago to the bulky Goretzka. Isn't it amazing that how lockdown and how he's changed? That's a lovely pass towards Kimmich, who can't get there. And he's gone for a goal kick.
You're saying with Nicolas Stühler, I didn't realise, he's a hefty boy, isn't he?
He's massive.
Very hefty. You could tell they've both made the most of lockdown, specifically Goretzka. The amount of gym work he's done. I don't know if they haven't seen, there's a picture that went around online side by side of him before lockdown and after lockdown. And my word, he's made good use of time.
That's probably the smartest thing to do.
Apparently, Sula, though. Apparently, Sula's the quickest player at the club. He's quicker than Cohen, he's quicker than Gnabry. Don't know how true that is, but if that's true, for his size.
Was that before Alphonso Davies, though? Because I'm sorry, I don't think anyone's catching Alphonso Davies on that team. No way.
It's a great ball,
I think it will probably want Alphonso Davies coming to the team.
All I'm going to say to that, Will, is if his pace is lower on FIFA, then technically he can't be quicker because FIFA for you, he's got something like 60 odd pace on FIFA, and you think to yourself, when plays like quicker than others. I think there was an Everton player who was quicker than Walcott at one point. I think he's
got so much stupid like 54 sprint speed, but his acceleration is like 88. So he sets off pretty quick, but slows down.
That is a great second block by Neuer.
It's really, really good work from there. That's why you can't trust FIFA. Useless game. Max Fury put Neymar yeeted himself with that clash with Lewandowski. And Bernaldo's put, so far, looks like Bayern isn't sluggish, but they're not running at 100%. Kind of like they're testing the waters of PSG and letting them run themselves out a bit. Would you agree with that?
You sort of know you can give PSG a little bit more space because you've got Neuer in there. But eventually the goal will go in and your plan's out the window if they are doing that.
Might be the opposition side here because there's been a ball lofted into the box towards Lewandowski, who turns, takes the shot, it's hit the post. I thought that was in. Oh, well, that was so close. I thought that was going to hit the inside of the post there and go in, and he adjusts his body really well there, the Polish forward. Navas is beaten. It hits the post, but luckily it hits the outside.
That is fantastic technique on the turn.
I know.
It felt like time stopped when he took that shot. I don't know why. It just felt like it was spinning forever, and I didn't know where it was going to end up.
Lovely turn for him. Remember, 2 goals tonight would equal Cristiano Ronaldo's record of most goals in a Champions League season with 17. And, well, he's got plenty of time to score 2 tonight. Bayern Munich coming on the attack again. Kimmich lofted towards Koeman, who just can't get a touch.
So close.
He just seemed to not gamble, did he? He went in there.
No, if Lewandowski's in there, I think he's in the right position, but it's just the wrong player.
You're spot on there, Rowan. One touch of that ball, and that would have probably been in the back of the net. Good chance there. And at least now we're starting to see a couple more good opportunities from both sides. Bayern Munich with 2 really good opportunities there. 22 minutes in, still 0-0. Not the goal-heavy game we expected so far, but there's plenty of time for that to change. Playing out from the back here, PSG, which I don't like to see. And, well, it nearly cost them there, having to clear the lines desperately, and it might have worked, actually. There's a good chance for a counter-attack here. You can see Mbappe bombing forward. It's with Neymar. He's at the edge of the box, laid off towards Di Maria, who cuts in, laid off to the middle, and Herrera. Back to Di Maria. It's a lovely ball. Di Maria with a shot, and it's just over.
The target.
And as you said, Kim D scuffed it.
He doesn't have a right foot, does he? He really doesn't have a right foot.
What a pass from Herrera that is there.
Yeah,
It's really unfortunate. I mean, back in the day, Iron Robben would have probably done very similar towards goal with opportunities like that. And, well, Di Maria, hands on his head there. He should have really put that into the back of the net.
Yeah, Robben definitely would have tried to cut back inside.
Guys, who plays with Mbappe? Who just sees that spot? Someone is that
Boateng.
In.
Yeah. That's Boateng.
Yeah, Boateng's down there, which maybe we might get to see Nicholas Sull, depending on this injury. Hopefully not, though, because you never want to come off injured in the Champions League final.
He is warming up, Sull.
By the way, go on.
Look at that.
I mean, you look at this opportunity, as you guys said earlier, you can see Mbappe and Neymar just shifting sides. Sometimes Neymar is on that far left, Mbappe's in the middle, then they flip around. It's causing real problems at times for the Bayern Munich defence. I was going to say as well, of course, I think Boateng should be all right to come back on the pitch, but if he had to come off, of course, it'd be very painful because it might be one of his final Champions League games, or games in general for Bayern Munich.
He's coming off.
By
the way, by the way he had his head in his hands, he knew he was off. And when he's been around the game so long, he knows when he can't play on, and it's just smarter to just not take the hit and just let Sheila come in.
It's a team decision. You don't want to stay on the pitch and then you're at fault for your team going down because you've tried to stay on and be the hero.
There is only 3 weeks in Bundesliga as well.
Exactly. They've got to make sure players are fit and ready for that. It's unlucky there. So Boateng's had to come off, unfortunately, which is a real shame because it might be potentially one of his final games for Bayern Munich. In terms of a final and a big game like that, of course, he's been linked with moves over the last couple of years. Whether he does stay or not, I assume he would. But here come Bayern Munich on the attack. Heavy ball towards Coman, whose touch goes out of play. And we can see Boateng right now. He looks very, very gutted.
Yeah, don't look good. Don't look good at all.
No. I guess the silver lining is at least Bayern have got a good option off the bench in Sula, and it's not like they've had to throw someone inexperienced.
He just lands on it awkwardly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a really awkward landing there for him. And Sula, of course, we said about him earlier, it's like everything we say is kind of influencing the games apart from goals, but he's much more quicker than Boateng. He's a little bit taller than Boateng, so maybe he could not necessarily stop Mbappe and Neymar, but do a little bit of a better job than what Boateng was doing.
But he's a lot rustier because he did miss the majority of the season with a hell of a bad injury. So maybe target him because he might have lost a little bit of mobility since having to return, lost that game feel.
Absolutely. You can put it in both ways, really. And I think Thomas Tuchel is probably the type of manager to try and exploit him. Of course, we've already seen this season, he's beat 2 German sides in the Champions League, Borussia Dortmund on a 3-2 aggregate win, RB Leipzig in a 3-0 win. He was previously in the Bundesliga as well, so he will have a bit of knowledge about this Bayern Munich side. 26 minutes on the clock here. The ball is with Bayern Munich right now, defensive half of the field. It's just slowed down a little bit in these last couple of minutes. Obviously, the Boateng injury is not going to help. And Neuer, with his sweeper keeper role, lofts it towards the path of Alphonso Davies, whose header towards Coman doesn't come down. And now they can come on the attack here, PSG. It's a ball towards Taylor, who tries to get around Davies. And it's going to be a free kick, I think, for Bayern Munich.
No, I think
No,
it's to PSG.
I think you were saying
to PSG.
You were saying, Kieran, that Taylor Kerr might struggle. I think he's done well since we highlighted him, especially there. He did really well to get past Davies.
Yeah, he struggled in the opening section where Coleman really was going at him, but going the other way, I think he did really well to get past Alphonso Davies.
Just grabbed his leg.
Clearly a foul.
Dave's got to be careful now. Obviously, on a yellow card. Who Bayern's left back replacement is
Hernandez.
Yeah. So it's not like you're getting a dog awful replacement.
I don't think he started well though, Alphonso Davies.
Well, it's the right decision there from the referee. It was a bit pushing and shoving between both players, but PSG, they've got a free kick here, just towards the corner flag. Neymar and Di Maria standing over this. Of course, this has got to be whipped, and it's such an awkward angle to curl that one in. One man stood at the wall, Kingsley Coman. 28 minutes on the clock. Can we have our first goal of the game? Neymar lofts it into the box. It's a poor cross, but it's been hit on the half volley, and it's just wide by Ander Herrera.
Did it take a deflection in there?
I think of his own player.
Yeah, PSG player.
Well, if that had gone in, that would be a Champions League final goal to remember, and it does indeed come off
a
PSG player.
Thiago Silva.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what an opportunity that would have been.
They've missed that, haven't they? Should be a
corner. I don't blame the ref, though, because we all thought it was Silva on the
Oh, it's poor there from Alphonso Davies, who is giving the ball away again.
Overthinking it there.
Oh, it's lovely work. Dink towards Neymar, who tries to flick it up, handball, and the referee has given a handball on Neymar.
Oh my God.
I thought they'd given it away again then.
They look rusty at the back.
I think it's just Davis. I don't necessarily think it's anybody else. I think he's just like needless errors, like Will said.
It's a big stage, and it's such a young player, but you need him to step up.
I also think PSG, when they win the ball back, some of the stuff they've played is absolutely scintillating football. Since really, honestly, the way they counter, there's not many better in the world.
Bayern Munich on the attack now. Serge Gnabry bombing towards the middle of the box. And while you thought maybe he would have taken on a similar opportunity there, then he did against Leon, but good defending from Marquinhos, who's had a very good start so far. And just looking at what Bernaldo's put, he said, what a chance by Herrera, nearly deflected in. I mean, that would have been an incredible final goal.
Oof, just
could have got that. I mean, if PSG, you would have been watching that last game against Lyon and thinking, you need to target Gnabry because he was given so much space, and you look what I did there. But Marquinhos, Di Maria's had Dave's pants down there. That was
well, the last rusty performance we saw was Diego Carlos, and he went on to score the winner. So you never know. And I actually did find out as well why he'd been crying. His wife is pregnant as well. So I think a mix of emotions. Well, here come Bayern Munich on the attack. Good opportunity maybe for an opportunity. Coman with a shot from outside the box. Lewandowski taking an opportunity from outside the box. Is deflected. Come towards Coman on the left-hand side. He's bombing forward here. He's dancing, but it's great defensive work from Taylor Kehrer. He's had a really good start.
It's a great pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm lucky.
Rough 5 minutes, but after that first couple of minutes, he's been brilliant as Taylor Kehrer. I'll admit that.
It's just getting into the game, isn't it? Getting a feel for the ball, and Bayern Munich getting a feel for the ball. He was lofted towards Lewandowski. It's an outstanding save. That is a massive save from Keylor Navas. That is reactionary from the Costa Rican goalkeeper.
I don't think Lewandowski got all of that.
No, I think there was a slight touch of the ball from one of the PSG
definitely
players.
Not got all of that.
He expected Kimpembe, I think, to head it away, but it just glanced past him. Is it Silva? Oh, no.
Well, Silva's gone down.
Holding his knee as well.
Talking about Silva, Max Views asked in the chat, do you think it's going to be his last game for PSG? Of course, we moved to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Sadly, I don't want it to end this way, though.
No, definitely not. It's never nice seeing a player's last game at a club end with an injury. I mean, we saw it, didn't we, Rowan, with Pedro when he went down with that really bad shoulder injury.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right here.
Is the replacement Diallo on the bench? Is he the only centre-back they've got on the bench?
He is indeed.
Maybe Marquinhos goes back into centre-back and they bring on a midfielder.
That could happen.
Yeah, that could happen as well, yeah. Bring on Verratti. But I think Marquinhos has been so good in that defensive midfield role.
I think that's what they've done. They've kind of...
carrying on.
PSG midfield have just kind of closed them pockets of space that Bayern like to work in between. You know, playing quick passes, and they've done pretty well so far.
Ronaldo's put, I'm just realising that Keylor Navas is Keylor Navas. He looks like a whole new person with that trim. It might actually be his last game for the club as well, because he's on loan from Real Madrid. I don't know what's happening with the whole Keylor Navas Areola situation, whether they're both going to flip back to the parent clubs or whether they're going to negotiate a deal. Coman keeps it in play. Lovely bit of skill from him. Still got it. Laid it towards the path of Thomas Muller.
I think he did a bit too much there. Once he got past him once, I think he tried to do it again, and he should have just tried to whip the ball in, I think. But maybe he didn't see anybody.
I said there's only one. There's only Muller in the box there, and Gnabry's far out wide.
And they're coming on the attack again here. It's Kingsley Coman on the ball. Now to Alphonso Davies. You can see where the majority of the ball's being played tonight on that left-hand side. Probably trying to exploit Taylor Kehrer, who's done a really, really good job so far.
I think both sides will be happy with the opening 33 minutes of the game. But I think PSG probably will be the more happy of the two sides.
It's very, very tight. Very tight game.
It's one of them, though. It's 0-0, but I think it's been a very enjoyable game. I don't think there's been too many of these niggly fouls, which we've just seen there. Not much stopping and starting. I think we've had a few chances. I think it's been a decent first half.
Definitely not been a quiet game. There's been a couple of good opportunities for both sides here, and I think there'll be a lot of people who questioned Coman starting tonight, and he's done a good job so far. That's a lovely ball that Gnabry just couldn't get a touch on. But I think either way, had he got a touch, that would have been a very awkward pass or shot.
With his lovely moustache, I know KD hates it.
He's offside as well.
Did you guys know he used to play for West Brom, but Tony Pulis didn't rate him?
What?
Yeah, I know.
Really?
I know.
Unbelievable. Menajul has come to stream saying Kakia Paula Kaladeka.
I think you've done really well there, Josh. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you very much. I had to kind of read it first just to make sure I could get the pronunciation correct, but I'm actually going to look what it means.
Yeah, I think it's probably best.
It's a good idea. Let me have a look. So it means Apparently, it means nothing. That's wrong. It's got to mean something. Google translation.
Maybe he was in the chat and he spilt some fizzy drink on his keyboard and he just started typing, and then he just couldn't stop it, so we ended up with that.
Yeah, poor that.
I was just trying to figure out what it means.
I've tried translating it from Hindi. Apparently, there's no translation for it. So I'm just going to say to that comment, yes.
Please let us know.
Oh, nobody
in there.
Yeah, nobody in there.
It's detected watching Kaki Pola game.
Watching the football game?
Watching the football game?
It might be. James is in the chat. James Cunningham says, now then, boys, how's it going? Welcome in, James. How are you all good, pal?
It's just going well.
35 minutes on the clock. 0-0. Tila Kera giving the ball away there.
Bayern having a little bit more sustained possession in PSG's half now.
Been a bit of their first main spell, really, the game.
And that first spell might have just very quickly gone away there from Alphonso Davies. Who seems to keep giving the ball away tonight. It's not been his best game, has it?
They're probing
on the bench as well. Yeah, he's been. I think he's been the first half so far where both sides are kind of having just floors of play and possession here and there. 10 minutes you've seen PSG get a bit of a spell, then Bayern Munich are getting a bit of a spell afterwards. It's tight, and I'm not going to keep saying it just because I want it to happen, but it does feel like a game that could quite easily go into extra time. Not penalties necessarily speaking.
I was so hoping Bayern would nick it then and just score, just as you're about to happen.
They're just going to ruin it, aren't it? It's going to be 90th minute. We're not going to be like, no!
Oh, giving away.
Is that a foul? It is.
Foul, yeah, grab him.
Be a foul. I won't be celebrating, I'll be crying.
Like against Atalanta, we wanted to give it limbs at 2-1, but a bit of us was like, oh, for sake, man.
Yeah, because we were sat there towards the end like, oh, there we go, we've got extra time coming. We must get penalties, and then they go at the other end and score.
Oh, it'd be so fun if it got to penalties.
Yeah, it would be nice. I'm hoping so. But we've got plenty of time left in. We've got a free kick for Bayern Munich. Lewandowski just applauding his side so far. Goal
Good
kick
chance.
even.
It's a good chance, good opportunity.
Bit far out.
I was going to say, do you think it's a shot or do you think there's a whip towards that cluster of players in the middle? I think it's a bit too far out for a shot.
It's
definitely going in.
Goretzka, Muller, and Lewandowski all in the box.
Well, there we go then. Free kick's going to be taken.
Back
Lofted
stick
in by Joshua Kimmich. Back stick.
Good ball, that.
It's still in play, yeah, but it's gone out, unfortunately, for Serge Gnabry. And the cross was all right. Not the best. Benaldo thinks he's translated it, by the way. He's put, I think it's Bangladesh, but not sure what it means. Google says watching Kaki Pola game sounds like an off accounting in the Arctic.
And you couldn't find that funny.
Very funny. Sorry. Good. That's a good one, Benaldo. And that's an awful kick, though. Good joke, but bad kick.
It's your type of joke.
It is. It is literally.
Is Nicholas Sewell on the ball? Probably one of his first touches of the game back to sweeper keeper Neuer. How long do you think Neuer's got left at the club?
2 years? A year? 3 years, maybe? Yeah. I don't know.
There's a reason they brought in Nubel. There's just been, it's a foul. But yeah, they wouldn't have brought in, they wouldn't have had a pre-contract agreement with Nubel had they not got the future in mind. So I don't think it'll be forever. At most, maybe 3 years. Because he's dropped off over the last couple of years, but he's still a really, really good goalkeeper. So I agree with Rowan.
Yeah, I just thought I'd ask the question because he's been there for such a long time now. Long lofted ball towards Serge Gnabry. There's a slight touch from Juan Bernat, so there is going to be a corner here for the German side. And he's just offside?
He's offside.
I think.
Yeah, he's offside.
Don't think it's given, though, is it? No, I don't
giving
think
it offside or is he giving it as corner?
He's giving it as a corner, I think, because the linesman had put his flag down for the corner. Whether he's changed his mind here or not while the replay's showing, I don't know, but it is a corner.
Wow, if they score from this, controversy.
And Kimmich is going to whip this one in to the box. Usually got good set pieces, but this time it's not the greatest set piece in the world. It's headed away by Kimpembe.
Skinhead Kimpembe.
Skinhead Kimpembe, which I was going to ask that question there. Is he bold?
He is bold.
I muted when we started because I was absolutely pissing myself.
Fresh trim for the final. He's got to look good on the team photos if he's lifting all big ears.
Could have that light reflecting off his baldy head.
Well, if he's lifting it, his head will probably shine more than the actual trophy does. So we'll have to see whether he does lift it or not. But there's a bit of a discrepancy here with Mbappe. I don't know what he's claiming for.
No, it's a foul. It was a foul.
I think if he's side by side and out muscles can be fair enough because he goes in behind him.
Almost at half time.
Yeah.
Come on the left hand side. Lovely lofted ball into the path of.
Oh.
I think it was Thomas Muller there, just trying to get to the near post and unlucky to not get something on the ball. Yeah, I mean, their crosses have been very good tonight.
Let's see, because Alphonso Davies, Bernat. Oh.
Ever so slight touch.
Bernat out jumps Lewandowski.
I think he would just
a surprise. Yeah.
40 minutes on the clock. How long do you think we'll have additional time? I can't see a great deal.
One
maximum.
Yeah.
Apart from Boateng going down with that slight injury, came off very quickly though, and was assessed off the pitch. It's been pretty all right first half. I mean, we've had a couple of good chances even there. Nowhere near to the same exciting standards as what the Europa League final was, but it's going the way we want it to.
Yeah, I feel it's flown by though. Like it's not felt like forever at all. Neymar's taking on 3 at the moment.
Into Di Maria on the right hand side, who cuts in, still got the ball somehow. Laid it off towards Ander Herrera, and Bayern Munich can maybe counter attack here. Shifted towards the right hand side to Gnabry. He's going to try and loft it long, and there's an opportunity for Lewandowski to run onto the ball.
Oh, there he is.
It's lofted in.
Poor.
It's out of play for a corner. Marquinhos, good defending once again. He's been outstanding tonight at CDM so far.
One end to the other in just a matter of seconds there for Bayern Munich.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just looking now at Goretzka next to Lewandowski. He's an absolute man-mounting Goretzka. He makes Lewandowski look lanky.
I need to know the workout he's doing if he's managed to get that jacked in. How's it 4 months?
Kimmich is going to whip this corner in. It's lofted towards the middle of the pitch. It's a poor cross in, but he's come back towards Alphonso Davies, tries to loft the ball in himself, and a really poor cross in from the Canadian, and it's going to go all the way back to Manuel Neuer here. Sweep keeper roll.
Have you ever seen Neymar press like this? Because I'll be honest, I've never seen him press like this.
He wants
no.
it.
Yeah, he's usually known as like the walker, the lazy one, but I've got to admit, he's really putting a shift in tonight.
I think that's the one thing that a lot of PSG fans and journalists have said that has changed, pressing. He seems to be doing a lot more now, and obviously it's a big hunger and desire to win this competition, but here come Bayern Munich. Alphonso Davies trying to lay it low towards the path of Muller. Can't get there. He's got the ball back again. Tries to lay it off for Alaba, who can just keep it in play, and it's been a large swell of possession over these last couple of minutes for Bayern Munich. Thiago Silva looking competent tonight.
If you look where Neymar is, he's literally stood where Kimmich would be. So there's so much open space if this ball can get out quick.
I mean, you can see it's just constantly being shifted towards that left-hand side of the field, although Thiago's going to move it towards the right-hand side this time, and you can see how well PSG are defending tonight. Although, then again, Muller trying to get for a goal, and I think that's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it's already out, I'm pretty sure.
It's a goal kick, that.
It's a goal kick.
It was already out.
Yeah, I was wondering there, because it looked like the linesman had put the flag up there for the corner, but it is going to be a goal kick. And with 1 minute left before the 45th minute mark.
Jesus Christ.
Both sides are going to be hoping here.
He's done well.
Anything. But the ball is...
He's lucky there. He's got away with it.
Very lucky.
Just as I was saying, both sides will hope that they don't go 1-0 down. Kimpembe is a very lucky boy.
Shit. That bit was okay. This bit in a minute, not so much.
It's not a foul either.
No,
You
it's
can
not.
see he's trying to do a ball roll there, which is just the most stupid idea when it's towards your own goal. But PSG on the attack here, maybe one more opportunity before the half-time whistle. It's Angel Di Maria, who's taken down by Davies.
It's not a
The
foul.
ref has
Good tackle.
played on. Oh, but he's giving it away here. This could be a great opportunity
dear.
for PSG. It's dancing through. It could be an opportunity. He's led back to Mbappe.
Oh,
it's
so
so
such
shit.
a dead shot.
Well,
I
9
don't-
times out of 10, he's pointing that into the back of the net.
I don't think he
Another-
expected the pass.
No,
why
I
is he not-
agree with you.
If you want a
Why
chance,
not-
if you wanted to fall to somebody, you want it to fall to Mbappe and he's messed that up.
Is
hasn't
that Herrera who squares it
Why-
there?
Why
We're not
It is indeed, and Bayern Munich are on the counter-attack here. It's Kingsley Coman on the left-hand side of the box. It's dinked towards Gnabry, who's got plenty of space. Can he touch it? He does get a touch on the ball. Comes into the box, dancing round. It's
Right.
lovely work from Gnabry.
Nice
He
move.
shifted the ball towards the path of Lewandowski, but Keylor Navas can get the ball, and maybe now there's one more opportunity for PSG to counteract. It's a lovely ball off the top, and
Neuer's
Neuer's there.
Yeah.
And that's why Neuer
Neuer's
is so
there.
exemplary known as a sweeper keeper.
Oh,
Oh
Thanks,
my
Coman.
god.
I'm coming
Bayern
back out of
Munich.
big thing.
What's the
Goretzka.
Goretzka.
minute?
They've just
It's
shouted, you've
Kingsley
got a minute,
Coman.
let's do something.
Lovely work from Coman. He's dancing. Coman.
he's got
got it.
It's a
penalty,
penalty.
Penalty.
penalty, penalty.
Right at the
Ref's
end.
waiting. He's waiting for VAR.
I think VAR might not be giving this.
Well, we'll
I
see.
don't know there. I mean, looking at this, to be honest,
That's a foul.
It's a foul. It's a foul.
It's a
Mm,
foul. Not
I
on the
think-
wrong side.
you can see there, Taylor, okay, if you are watching along with us, he does slightly push him. He's on the wrong side and Coman goes down. The referee is going to give no
What?
penalty.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, some controversy towards the end of this first half. Keylor Navas gets the ball, and what has been a very dramatic final couple of minutes there ends with the game at 0-0 at half-time. And, well, it's been a good game so far. As Kieran Al perfectly said, this first 45 minutes has gone like that. Very, very quick. Both sides having plenty of opportunities on goal in this game. And, of course, with that last couple of minutes, both teams pretty much gifted great chances to go through on goal and take the lead, of course. Mbappe a moment ago missed what you could say is a sitter, although I do agree with Kieran D in that I don't think he expected the ball back. And then, of course, we thought there maybe that should have been a penalty to Bayern Munich. Does anyone think that wasn't a penalty for Bayern Munich there?
No,
That was a
I think it should have been given.
I'm in
mean,
the middle. Because those get given and they don't get given. Do you know what I mean? Like, a different referee gives that, or a different VAR official gives that. I think he goes down a little bit too easily. Of course, he's on the wrong side, but I think he goes down a little bit too easily. That's why I think the refs not give it.
That's why I wondered at first whether he'd giving it or not, because you look at the push and Kera's push. It's not really I say push, is it, on Coman? But I mean, the referee has not given it, as we said, and both teams go into the break at half time 0-0. It's been a good half. Don't get us wrong, 0-0, no goals yet, but it's been a fantastic half. Both teams with plenty of opportunities. But can you really tell who's going to win this match? Is there any kind of concrete team you think that's going to go on and win this, or is it just as square as it was over the last 45 minutes?
I think it's hard to tell at the moment because both teams have had spells of possession. But I think in the second half we'll definitely see the teams come out a bit more quicker. I think early stages they were kind of weighing each other up, waiting for someone to make a mistake maybe. But now I think they'll go for it.
And that's the hope. Hopefully we'll see a few more goals. Maybe we might even see extra time. We're 45 minutes away from that, but we've got to see, of course, because there's been plenty of opportunities for both sides in this game. Who would you say has been the standout player on the pitch right now?
Oh, wow. Do you want to go for everyone and everyone pick a player? I don't know.
Yeah, go for it. I'll start with you, Kieran, now. Go on.
Oh, don't do that. I was hoping that meant 4 people before me.
Do you know what? I'll be nice for you. Rowan sounded like he'd already thought of one in his head. Go on, Rowan. I'll let you go.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I was going to go one of the midfield of PSG, but I'm going to go Coman. Just because when he's on the ball, he has looked one of the most dangerous players on the pitch. It's just them neat little runs. It's just he's tried to play the balls in and no one's been there. But if he keeps his sort of energy that he has, carry on with it. But yeah, I'd say probably Coman for me. But there are a lot of players that are close.
Coman, who do you think, Will?
I'd go Marquinhos. I think he covered a lot of ground. some big tackles, and just kind of sweeping them in front of the back four. I think he's played really well.
Marquinhos came out, nod your head. Were you going to go for Marquinhos as well?
Yeah, I think if I had to choose one, it's one of them. No one's really took the game by the scruff of the neck, I don't think, and stood out. But I think Marquinhos has been PSG's player at tournament, and he's had a really good, stellar night. So yeah, probably him.
He's been really calm and competent at the back. Kieran D, who do you think's been the standout player so far?
Definitely one of that PSG midfield. I think we've seen Paredes playing those quick first time balls that me and Kieran were debating if he meant them or not. And Ander Herrera as well, he's been literally just what Ander Herrera always is, box to box, nicking the ball back, those neat little passes that he does. Bit suspicious why he didn't have the shot towards the end of the half and put it back for Mbappe, who's also been really lively. I think all the PSG teams been very good, to be fair. And I think most of the Bayern Munich teams been good. I think Kimmich and Alphonso Davies do need to brighten up a little bit. They do look a bit, they're lacking a bit of sharpness at the moment.
It's been a very good game indeed. And that proves it, of course, as we said. Multiple players across both sides have been really, really good in this first half of football. And I think both sides have really come into this game and given us a very interesting first half. Of course, we want to see goals. And hopefully we will see a couple more goals when the second half does begin. Benaldo thinks, he thinks Thilo Kehrer and Angel Di Maria, of course, who's had a couple of good opportunities in this game, unfortunately couldn't really get it onto his stronger foot for that main opportunity he had early on in the game and missed it, sadly. But it's been a very, very good first half so far. Right, we're now at half-time. And as I said, at half-time, I've got half-time team talk. I'm going to bring this in, I think, for watch-alongs in the future. 2 questions to ask you. They are football-related, not food-related this time. Sorry, Rowan. I will, next time, get some food questions in there for you because we do like cooking corner questions. The new channel starting up, maybe, in the future. You never know. So the first question I'm going to ask you, what's been your favourite game from this season in the Champions League and the Europa League? It doesn't just have to be from this specific set of fixtures of the last couple of weeks. It can be from the group stage games, the round of 16. And for any of you who's one in the chat, if you want to answer the question, put it in the chat as well, and we'll read a couple of your kind of responses back. But what's your favourite game from this season in the Champions League and Europa League? I'll leave it open to whoever has their idea in the head first. It's a tough one.
Nobody does.
It's easier if you just ask us, because then I didn't want to go if someone else did.
Go on then, I'll start you first, Kieran.
Rangers versus Braga at Ibrox, where they came from 2-0 down to win 3-2. Proper European night for Ibrox, who's not had many because of all the struggles they've had, and I believed it truly meant something to them. So that, I'd say, the first leg of that game where they won 3-2 at Ibrox, yeah, that'd be mine.
It was a fantastic night indeed. Rangers with a great comeback, of course, at Ibrox. Brilliant game of football. Rowan, what do you think is your favourite game from the season's Champions League or Europa League?
It's going to be really... I was going to say a Sevilla game, but I feel like that's probably a bit too biased. You know what? Lyon, Manchester City, because Lyon showed heart, and it was something that obviously I didn't want it, as I'm like a little bit of a City fan. And it was just nice to see a team that you didn't expect to win just really prove that they wanted it more. Yeah, and the super sub. It had everything that I like in a good game, just drama and surprise.
It was a really good game indeed. Kieran D, what's your thoughts on your favourite Champions League / Europa League game this season?
I've got 3 in my head. It's hard not to say, like Bernardo says, it's hard not to say Barca Bayern because that was such an incredible game. Dortmund and PSG was also a really good game, the one where Dortmund won 2-1. But the one I'm going to go with is Chelsea 4, Ajax 4. That was a really good game to watch, and we saw the Chelsea comeback as well.
It was a very good game indeed. That was one of the ones I was going to go for as well. Will, what's your favourite Champions League / Europa League games?
I've got a few of mine as well. If I have to choose one, though, I'd go with match day 2, Liverpool 4, Salzburg 3. Early start, we dominated, but then we saw Minamino get a goal back. Haaland scored at Anfield, like his dad did. I think he was playing for Leeds at the time. But then, obviously, Salah getting the winning goal. Just a really entertaining game, 7 goals. And we needed it coming off a loss against Napoli. So, yeah, that's been my favourite game at the tournament.
Can I change, man?
Yeah, go for it.
Slavia Prague are drawing 0-0 with Barcelona.
I'm surprised you didn't go with that. So surprised.
Well, just because I was confused. I didn't think of group stage games. But, yeah. I mean, they had an awful game. They had 5 shots. But it was 0-0 against Barcelona, and Olayinka did start. That's where the love of Olayinka came from.
And they did very good against them, of course. Barcelona looked very sloppy on that day. Just look at the comments as well to see a couple of what other people have said. Of course, Bernard said, hard not to say Bayern v Barca 8-2. He said Europa League, Olympiacos versus Arsenal. The late winner from El Arabi is my favourite Europa League game. Obviously, a good game indeed, unless you're an Arsenal fan. I'd probably say, if I'm not picking out the Bayern Barca game, because that's right up there, I would have said either Chelsea Ajax, the 4-4, because that was a nutty game, or I would have said the second leg of Atalanta versus Valencia, which ended 4-3, because that was just end-to-end football. It ended, stupid like 8-4 in aggregate. The two legs together were absolutely incredible. And kind of to add on to the fact of these favourite games that we've had, as I said earlier, while the game was on, they are now actually looking into potentially bringing the one-leg only games in the future. Now, these can't be implemented just straight away. These can only be implemented after 2025. So thankfully, we will have another 5 years at the very least of two-legged football matches. Do you think it'd be the right decision or the wrong decision? Because we've talked about it before in little inklings, but we haven't kind of talked about it all together. It'd be nice to see your guys' opinions on whether you agree with it or disagree with it.
I like the two-legged fixtures. The only thing I don't like is away goals. I think if they were to get rid of away goals, the two-legged fixtures would work fine. I'm not a fan of the one-legged fixtures, to be honest, because it doesn't give. If it's been played on a neutral venue, of course, it is giving both sides an equal advantage. But you can't always guarantee the games will be on a neutral venue because of other teams' league and stuff where the stadiums are played. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's an issue. I think the way that we're going to sort it is potentially use the same system as what they've got now, so we wouldn't see the knockout games in the specific points that we usually would. So we wouldn't see in February the games and the games in March, quarterfinals, semi-finals. We'd actually see them at the end of the season in August, which is a big problem because of your World Cup, your Club World Cup, of course, at the same time, which does cause a few issues. But is there anyone who agrees with it and wants to see one-leg matches in the future more than two-leg games?
I'd like to see one-leg fixtures just because in England you look at the FA Cup, it's the FA it all comes down to that one. That I was so close to saying. It comes down to that one game, and you can see some shocks. And you saw it with Thingy. I think if a couple of the ties, especially like on the Leon side, if they were two legs, I think you probably would have seen the bigger sides come out of it. But because it's on like one leg, the teams have to step up. And obviously, it's going to be hard to do it with sort of schedule and home and away advantage. But even if you do the semi-finals and finals, if you do the semi-finals, like find a way that you can have it in neutral venues but have them single leg, just because I think it makes it more entertaining. I love the drama of people have to get these certain amount of goals in the away leg, but just that one chance you've got to step up.
I think
absolutely indeed.
We spoke, didn't we, Josh, about literally through the whole of half time, I think, once about this. Yeah. And my massive problem is logistically for fans with neutral venues, it screws over the team that isn't in the neutral venue. Like, for example, the neutral venue's in Lisbon. Luckily, no one's there. But imagine you do that. As a fan, you've got to go and basically live in Lisbon for however long to watch your team in every single round. So I believe logistically it isn't as fun. And we spoke again, like in the FA Cup final where you get that mid bit where there's loads of corporate people. I don't want that to become what the Champions League's about either, because I'm happy to stick with two legs, because if this had never happened, we wouldn't be barking for it to change. So why would we change it?
And that's exactly the point that I think a lot of other fans have said. I was kind of looking around the media outlets to see what people would talk like, kind of thinking about it. There's a lot of people in the no camp. They want to see these two-leg games continue. Look over the yesteryear, some of the most incredible two-leg games we've had. If this wouldn't have happened, would have still had two-leg games anyway. As you said, Kieran, now nothing would have changed, and there would be no talks about these one-leg games happening. So tell us your thoughts, opinions in the chat as well. It'd be great to hear what you think about one-legged and two-leg games. I've got one more question for the halftime talk. I asked you about your favourite, the best player on the pitch right now. But who would you say is the most underappreciated player in PSG and Bayern Munich squad altogether? Not just for tonight in this game, but I'm talking currently and throughout this entire season. And I'll start with myself to give you a bit of time to think of it, get your creative juices flowing. I'm going to say for PSG, I'd probably say Keylor Navas. And I'd say Keylor Navas because I don't think he gets as much appreciation, not just for PSG, but in world football for how good he is as a goalkeeper. I mean, he's been absolutely exemplary in the fact that Real Madrid flogged him out. It's probably worked out the best for him, seeing as Courtois has done so well at the club. And as for Bayern Munich, I'm going to go for probably Leon Goretzka, I think. He's a very, very good midfielder on his day. I don't think many people talk about him as much as they should do. Incredible box-to-box player. He's got the pace, he's got the flair, and he's bloody bulky, and that's what makes him so good. There we go. There we go. That's my most underappreciated players. Who wants to go first? Who's got a rough idea of the two players? Come on, Kieran D.
So Josh robbed the both of mine that I was going to go for, but
great minds think alike.
Yeah, I need to look at the benches again because.
There you go, because I've already got my two.
Yeah, go on, Will.
So for PSG, I'd say Thiago Silva, just because he's been at the top level for so long. He's the captain, organiser at the back. I think if you take him out of the team, you're losing a leader. And I don't think the back four would be as organised as it has been. And for Bayern, I'd probably say Kimmich, because he's versatile. He's another leader. And I think he can play right back CDM. I think when you're losing a player like him who can do so much, you're losing a lot of legs in the midfield, and teams could get more ground. I know tonight players got him behind him when he was playing a bit of right back, but I think you take him out the Bayern Munich team, you lose a lot of your stability. So I'd go with him too.
Right, I've got mine now.
Go for it.
For Bayern, I'm going to go for Thiago, just for what he brings to the whole side. We need to do this quick as well because the second half we've started soon. And for PSG, I'm going to go for Di Maria.
Di Maria, good choice. Rowan, what are we feeling?
I don't care if people said it. Goretzka, a man who's so tall and bulky, still has good pace. He's not afraid to push up for the team, and he's very solid defensively. And yeah, Di Maria for PSG. When you're in the front line three of Neymar and Mbappe, it's very hard to be shunned out, but he does a solid job.
Who have you gone for, Kieran? Now?
I'm going to go for Marquinhos because I think he's really stepped up, and I truly believe he'll take the mantle as the captain once Thiago Silva leads. And for Bayern Munich, I don't even know if he's underappreciated, but I'm going to say David Alaba because he arguably on the day could be their best left back, centre back, and centre mid. So I'll go with David Alaba.
I just remember Thiago Silva's leaving PSG. Won't be any troll on FIFA next year.
No,
he wouldn't be. Do you think they'll miss him quite a bit at PSG if he does go to Chelsea?
Yeah, they will.
Definitely.
We saw City without company. It might be a very similar thing with PSG without Thiago Silva.
And there we go. The second half of the game is finished. And just to finish off the halftime talk, thanks for everybody who's been watching at halftime. I'm surprised no one said Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Unfortunate for him. Second half, here we go.
No, he is appreciated. Everyone who truly loves football appreciates Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, so it'd just be unfair, wouldn't it?
Oh, here we go. Second half begins. Bayern Munich trying to make their first attack of the game. It's on the left-hand side. Once again, long-range effort here from Alphonso Davies. A little bit speculative there. We've seen a lot of speculative long-range efforts over the last couple of days. But he's got the ball back again. Very good from him. He's got the ball back again. And he's lost the ball.
If he played Di Maria, then.
Into Neymar, lofted towards Kylian Mbappe. What can he do here? The young French star is taken down. And
no.
The referee says get up.
Oh, that's a foul.
I thought that was a foul. Wow.
Been a little bit dodgy tonight, the referee, I think. But also, has PSG been linked to a replacement as centre back, or will he step up into the first team? I don't think they've had any links, to be honest.
I think they're waiting to sign people until after this game, probably.
Maybe Diallo comes in because he's not really been given a chance, and maybe they just try him out for a couple of years. But I think they do definitely need centre back depth as well.
Absolutely. I'm thinking if they were to look at maybe one player, probably very doubtfully leave now. Gabriel Magalhaes has gone to Arsenal, but maybe Koulibaly could have been worth a look at for somebody to go in at PSG and do a good job. They've got the money to pay, but As you guys perfectly said, they'll probably do a lot of transfer business after this game is finished, of course. You look at the clubs like Leverkusen and Bayern Munich themselves not actually wanting to do any business until this season is done with.
I'd love to see Arsenal fans if Gabriel was just like, if the move was hijacked by PSG at the last minute and he joins PSG instead of Arsenal.
Oh, God.
I think that's done and dusted now.
And then that'd be the FIFA troll return we all wanted. Get rid of one Brazilian, just bring in another to take the piss.
Oh, God. It'd be a worst nightmare if you're a FIFA fan. Few players warming up. Diallo is one of them.
There he is. There he is, yeah. Verratti. Is that right? Yeah,
that is indeed. Talk about the man. He might come on at some point.
No.
That's great.
I mean, I could see if PSG do get a lead in this game, maybe because 2-0, I could see them substituting Thiago Silva off towards the end to give him a reception. Maybe. But if it still stays 0-0, then maybe not.
I think they want to keep on because this is his last game.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen late game capitulations from PSG. I think you want your leader on the pitch as they come forward.
Yeah. Oh.
Very true. Good opportunity there for PSG to get forward. It was a pass lofted towards Neymar, but some good defending from Thiago, who's come back and just was able to get a touch on the ball to steer it away from the Brazilian. It's a slow first couple of minutes, which we had in the first half, but neither of these sides are going to want to go 1-0 down in this game, as you would expect. Brian Igalo says he thinks Bayern to win. I think that's everybody's favourite, pretty much, for the majority, unless you are, of course, a PSG fan.
Or Kieran Dillon.
Yeah, me.
Alphonso Davies lofting a cross. Is it? I thought it was Davies then.
That was Coman.
Was it Coman? My bad. Coman. It was lofting a low cross to the box there towards Lewandowski. Oh, it's Coman. My bad. Lofting a low cross towards Lewandowski, but Thiago Silva's there to clear. I mean, it is age, Thiago Silva. You're what, 34 now? 33, 34? He's still so good.
He's been nice. It feels like he's been around forever, and I think people just take him for granted because he's just been so consistently good. Maybe people just forgot how good he is.
I think he plays in Ligue 1 as well. That's why people don't appreciate him.
Well, Kimmich, the ball was laid off to him. He went to go in for the cross. He's got towards the edge of the box now. Had to take it all the way back, pretty much the halfway line. It's a lovely cross that's whipped in to the path of Robert Lewandowski, who can't get the greatest of touches on the ball, but it's going to be a Bayern Munich throw-in. I mean, it's an awkward one again for him. He's tried to flick it past Kimpembe, who's able to smash it. And it comes off Lewandowski.
I think he's so good at that, any Lewandowski, like flicking it up off his chest. In turn, it's not what has happened there.
Oh.
We didn't get to see what happened there. It's a bit
what is happening here?
I didn't see the first clattering there, but I did see the second one.
Punch him. Oh.
I've got no idea what happened.
Gnabry with that moustache is more angry.
It's going to jump off his face in a minute.
The 50th minute. There we go. I love. Welcome to the stream, buddy. It says big difference from Bayern with Barcelona and PSG.
Yeah. Well, what has happened? He tries to flick it.
He just rolls into Gnabry. And I don't know if Gnabry's...
It goes down with no contact. Well, minimal contact. Yeah. It's one thing. If Neymar wasn't so theatrical, I've got people who are not football fans who know who Neymar is, not for how amazing he is at football, but because he's so theatrical with his diving.
But he's on the ball.
Neymar now on the ball. He's been able to step on his feet. No, he hasn't been able to step on his feet. He's gone down again. And he's rolling. And he seems to be rolling off the pitch and back into the into the dressing room. He's still down right now.
Still rolling.
It's that meme, isn't it, that was going around of Neymar just rolling endlessly in different places, and it's getting a bit feisty now. Gnabry.
Is it Gnabry that did the foul?
I think it was Gnabry, and Paredes isn't happy. Still complaining.
And gets angry at him.
Yellow cards come out here for Gnabry.
Getting a drink now.
It's funny how Paredes is piping up thinking he's rock hard, even though he's starting to walk back and someone's in front of him.
Well, Neymar is still rolling. Apparently he's back at Parc des Princes now. He's been rolling for that long. He's back in France
He's
back up on his feet.
Please get booked again here. Yeah.
Well, Paredes has gone into the book as well now.
I think
luckily,
he's still complaining.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva needs to tell him to shut the fuck up.
Typical Argentinian.
Yeah, he needs to watch out here. But luckily, just to inform you, Neymar is okay. He's finally stopped rolling. I mean, you can see now if you watch the game.
It is a foul, but there's no need to be fucking flying off pitch like that. And that is a yellow card, what Paredes has done.
Well, just Gnabry get one, just turn him back into him and beefing with him.
No, Gnabry got one for the foul.
Because that was two in 2 minutes or something.
Well, mess with Toby Goretzka.
I mean, you can see he's gone to make sure Neymar's okay. Neymar, he's gone to slap his hand and he's fell over again and started rolling, which is a real shame. But here's Paredes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
takes his anger of getting the yellow card out from that ball. Terrible. And he's gone all the way back to Manuel Neuer, who offs it long, and it's not a good ball from the German goalkeeper, but Bayern Munich do get the ball.
Neymar didn't go down there.
At least we're getting a bit of tension beginning to rise between these two sides.
Bit feisty.
Not long till we maybe see Paredes headbutt someone.
I think he's going to be subbed off soon. I've got a feeling. I don't know why. But...
Okay, into Goretzka, who takes the shot on, and this time it's not deflected by one of his players. It's deflected by a PSG player.
He literally had a chat 2 times in that Lyon game where he could score an absolute screamer. Looks like it's going, and then Muller and Lewandowski both getting in his way.
Difficult ball, but Alaba deals with it well.
It was in quick succession as well, wasn't it? Like a minute after the first opportunity that was deflected, the other one got deflected as well.
Well, it's just how Josh went, right, he's up now, he's all right, and then straight away, he's down again. He's rolling around.
Typical Neymar for you. Just as Rowan said as well, people know him for his rolling. I was going to say before that, he doesn't tend to dive as much. I'm taking that statement back.
Alphonso Davies caught on it again.
He's got to watch out. He's, of course, he's on a booking, and you've got to say defensively tonight he's been poor. Attacking wise, he's not been that good either.
I think there's a yellow in there.
Yeah, there's Davies, Paredes, Gnabry.
Is Thiago on a yellow as well?
I think so. I think he got one. We'll have to see and find out. I'm going to change the timer to 55 minutes. Let's hope that a goal doesn't go in. Like what happened in the Europa League game. There we go. Here come Bayern Munich on the right-hand side this time. Bit of a change. Oh no, they're going back to the left-hand side this time. I was about to say maybe they've changed it up now and gone for the right-hand side, but you can see pretty much for the majority of this game so far, it's been a lot of possession with Alphonso Davies and Kingsley Coman on that left-hand side. Do you think we'll see Perisic maybe come on shortly?
I think Coman's done all right tonight. I think he's been a bigger threat than Gnabry has.
Yeah, I was going to say at half-time. Gnabry's been a little bit quiet compared to the other games we've seen him in this tournament so far. So maybe we could see Coman go to the right and Perisic on the left, because obviously Coman can play on the left and the right-hand side.
He's on a yellow. There's Gnabry, so that might influence Hansi Flick's judgment.
And there's the yellow.
That's going to be a yellow.
Yeah, there's a yellow for Nicolas Schuler, the substitute.
There we go. As we talk about the yellows, more come out. Alexis put, I'm pretty sure if Gnabry wasn't playing football, he would be dancing in the Boney M tribute band. Even named Serge, he was born for disco, stuck on football.
I did just look. It's Davies and Gnabry, and then it says Maximovic on the thing, but yeah, Paredes. On the
Napoli's Maximovic.
It says N. Maximovic yellow card.
What?
Well, apparently a player who's not even on the pitch has got a yellow card.
It's Paredes, because obviously.
Good ball. Schuler.
I mean, you might as well give Granit Xhaka a yellow card as well while you're at it.
I think if that's a corner.
I think they might have done. No, they didn't.
Yep. Given that as a goal kick there, Manuel Neuer. We're going to lay it off this time short to Alphonso Davies, who is going to pass it back to Manuel Neuer. Just slow build-up play from Bayern Munich. What's Neuer going to do here is jostling with the ball. Not the most convincing pass in the world to Kimmich. And it's gone out of play for a throw-in. Really, really poor there from him. Can PSG make something in this game? Remember, we're not long away from extra time. Don't get too excited. Because I tell you what, if it's 90th minute, it's 0-0. You know a goal's going in.
Still got over.
Exactly. I'm not going to get too excited. Because knowing we are, look, we go into extra time and then there'll be a 119th minute winner to just cock everything up.
Oh, it's lovely by Neymar, but he loses it. Lovely nutmeg.
Oh, it's a lovely ball. And well, Alphonso Davies is...
What is he doing?
It's difficult to control.
Bit of an awkward ball, that one, but he's been able to control it somehow, and he's lucky that's not cost his side anything. Long ball lofted towards Serge Gnabry. He can't get a touch on it. And it's going to go out of play here for a Bayern Munich throw-in in the attacking phase of play. Maybe an opportunity here. Kimmich. Going to be laid off into Thiago. He's been fairly quiet tonight. Back to Kimmich again on the far right-hand side. Now to Thiago in the middle of the field. Not the greatest of balls in the world to Davies, but he can keep it in play. And we're back to the left-hand side of the field again. And Coman nearly forgot the ball. Davies, Thiago. It's very, very calm. It's slow. It's steady.
I think we've been bitten by that book where we said, there's got to be goals tonight. And it's 0-0.
We've all jinxed it, haven't we?
I mean, if we count penalties as goal.
Fuck's sake, Sula, what are you doing?
Josh is fuming with that result. There's a ball on the left-hand side with Alphonso Davies as Josh is shouting at Thiago to shift the ball. And Josh, it's gone to Gnabry, crosses it in. Go on, Josh, I'll let you take it back off.
He's lofted it towards Coman!
He's done it!
It's in! And it's a lovely header, but it's going to count, and he's celebrating. It's a goal against his former side, and that is massive. We finally got the first goal of the game, and as much as I want to celebrate it, it does make me realise maybe there's no extra time coming, but it's a fantastic header.
I did miss out. I was like, they're passing around back. I'll be able to get a drink quickly in time because I'm really thirsty.
It's a lovely header from Kingsley Coman, the man who was a PSG as a youth player. He was let go, went to Juventus, and now in a Champions League final, he finally bites back against his former French side, who are 30 minutes away from a Champions League final defeat. What a goal.
Yeah.
It's got so much open space.
He's probably been the best player on the pitch as well.
Yeah, he gets caught on his own feet there, doesn't he?
He gets sucked into trying to mark Lewandowski, doesn't realise there's another man behind him. And it's just a lovely, lovely Bayern Munich goal.
It's a goal that Lewandowski would be proud of. Fantastic header. And the 24-year-old puts Bayern Munich into the lead, which means I can now change the scoreline because it is now 1-0 Bayern. And Paris Saint-Germain, they've got to come out here and really go for it now. With half an hour left on the clock, there's a lot of work to do for the French side.
I think this is where we see Bayern really go for it.
They've still got half an hour to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what
Bayern
makes it.
Getting more position now.
Yeah, they come forward again.
What I don't want is, because they've got such big personalities, I don't want the big personalities' heads to drop, like Neymar and Mbappe, start sulking. They need to really find that character that got them through against Atalanta.
Absolutely, but here comes Coman again. He's driving down the left-hand side. He's lofted it towards Lewandowski. You can't get there. He's come back down to Gnabry. Is he going to let it off?
It's a brilliant header
towards the middle of the field, towards Muller, who somehow is able to get a touch. Back to Gnabry again. This time he can loft it, going for a curling effort, and it's poor there from Gnabry.
That's fantastic.
Jinx.
I mean, that is such a great defensive header. That's quality.
Really good there from Kimpembe.
He just times it.
Outstanding.
Yeah, there's so many times that can go in off your own head and it be an own goal. He's done brilliantly, but they've been...
They were lucky there. They were a slight back pass was dispossessed for a moment, but PSG have got the ball back and they have to go for it now. We'll see some changes, I think, in a moment. We had some players warming up a little bit more than they were in the first half, so maybe we might see someone like Verratti come on in the midfield. And it's poor there from PSG. They've got the ball back by Munich. If they can get a second goal in this game, it's not necessarily game, set and match, but it's going to make PSG's night a lot more harder. And Kingsley Coman, as I said, the youngster was let go with that goal. At the age of 24, he's won multiple silverware, and he's very close to winning another incredible piece of silverware at Bayern Munich. And it's a lovely lofted ball. It's going to drop down here for... I think it's towards Coman, who's had the ball cleared just off the line. And, well, I don't think that effort would have necessarily gone into the back of the net, but that had to be cleared because Bayern right now, they're knocking on the door. And Thiago Silva, the man who could be leaving at the end of tonight with a fantastic clearance. And PSG, they've got to watch out here because Bayern Munich are looking a lot more hungrier than they had in the previous half.
If this were boxing, PSG are well and truly on the ropes at the moment.
They've got to watch out, as you said. It's a very big problem in the last couple of years, complacency and the heads dropping so early. We said in that game against Atalanta that the heads pretty much looked like they dropped instantly after they conceded. And even with 5 minutes to go, they looked down and out. They've got to use that comeback against Atalanta and try and get a comeback here. But the opportunity from Coman wasn't going to go into goal. It was more of a cross than anything, but Thiago Silva was able to clear it away. And they're in the defensive half of their field right now.
I can't believe I missed a goal. I was like, the passing around back has been quite boring. I'll get a bottle of water, come back and I just see Kingsley Coman with his hand up. Rigged. They knew I were gone. They did.
Will you go again?
Rowan, if you like leave again, then yeah, we might get another goal.
Oh, you might be able to stay for one. Oh, it's not a foul.
Oh. Just as he'd gone away as well, it looked like Bayern were going to go on another attack.
Another KD appeared and scrap him.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Nah.
It's not purposeful.
No, probably is a foul though.
Yeah, it's not a purposeful foul, but Paredes going down there, and well, he's complaining, saying that there's some marks on his leg, and Lewandowski very frustrated that hasn't come to opportunity. And of course, it obviously changes now for PSG. Verratti is coming on. I would assume we will see Paredes come off, which is indeed. So we've got the Italian midfielder Verratti, a main staple of the club, coming on. Can he be the difference maker? Because no doubt we will probably see some more changes very shortly from them if it still stays 1-0 to FC Bayern. Who knows? Maybe Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting could come on and score an equaliser.
I was going to say, do you think we'll see Mauro Icardi anytime soon? Because he is an finisher.
I think maybe they need someone like that because there's a lot of work for Di Maria and Mbappe. They're running the show right now. Get that finisher in there who can make good runs in the box to try and lay it off to him. But it could be an opportunity for Bayern to come forward again. It's Kingsley Coman who's dancing around the defence. It's lovely work from the Frenchman. Low cross into the box. It's deflected towards Ander Herrera. Goes out of play for a corner. And Kingsley Coman is just running the show tonight. He's been outstanding.
Yeah.
It's been lagging for anyone. So I thought I'd just do a quick.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a slight lag. My sincere apologies on that if it does keep lagging slightly there. But 65 minutes on the clock.
I don't know. I think Kingsley Coman's been running the pitch.
I was going to say, he's justified his selection. He really hasn't. It's a brilliant decision by Hansi Flick. He's done exactly what we thought he was going to do. Alaba, not an effort.
No, it's speculative.
Yeah, it's not an effort. I don't want to call it that.
It's like when you're playing FIFA and you know you've got a guy who can shoot long, but you're like 70 yards out, but you think, this could go in and it's FIFA, is what he's just done.
Well, this is very risky play from the back right now from Paris Saint-Germain. And, it's another poor ball again, but luckily, Thiago Silva was able to clear it.
I'm happy for Coman that he scored in the final because he's had a tough time with injuries, to be fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's won everything.
Here comes
PSG.
Neymar on the left-hand side. Once again, apologies if there is any lag on my side tonight. It might have been lag at the very start. That was from me. He's going to move into the midfield towards Marquinhos. Lofted towards the path of Mbappe, who can't get it into the back of the net. And, it's an awkward one, but he should be doing better.
Any touch.
Bayern
Munich. Here comes Leon Goretzka, the man mountain, bombing forward. Back to Coman on the left-hand side. What can he do now? He's laid it back off to Goretzka. Maybe a long-range opportunity here. Thiago. Towards Kimmich. Lovely play from Bayern Munich here, Gnabry.
Yeah, very
Muller,
slow
Kimmich,
shifting it.
Thiago. Oh, it's lovely, but he just can't get it to Muller. There's been some silky work tonight from Bayern Munich in terms of the passes, really opening up this back line.
Talking about how it's going to be tough for the PSG defense, but the Bayern defense have had their
I think
work
Perisic and Coutinho are coming on by the sounds of it.
Two. Yeah. Do you think maybe we might see Thomas Muller come off? Maybe he's been a little bit, I wouldn't say quiet, but
I think
not
both as
alive
think
as usual.
Gnabry and Coleman, I think, will come off.
So here we go. The two players are ready to come on, Perisic and Coutinho. And the first player who's going to come off for Perisic, I think,
Kimmich.
is going to be Kingsley Coman. Indeed, the goal scorer.
I think Kimmich
coming off the air.
Oh, was Kimmich talking? Oh my god!
Yeah,
I thought they were off Kimmich.
Gnabry as well. So they're changing up here. Two wingers coming off, Coman and Gnabry. Of course, the goal scorer tonight has been absolutely outstanding. And well, the last thing that PSG need is two more wingers coming on who are very, very good. I mean, Coutinho scored two against Bayern Munich. Has been numerous over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I think.
Thanks for clearing that up.
No, should be back.
I saw Kimmich. I was like, Kimmich ain't coming off his end, and I saw him speaking. I was like, it's a bold if they're going to put.
Oh, it's a mistake at the back.
Bloody hell.
So it's bold if they're putting Perisic at right.
Nervy at the back right now.
Hansi Flick at 1-0 up. Thought, fuck it, let's go 3 at the back.
Yeah.
I don't like teams playing out from the back. I really don't.
Not against
the
a
amount
team
of
like
mistakes
Bayern.
we've seen. Yeah, exactly. Mistakes we've seen from teams playing out from the back. Just this tournament specifically is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Obviously, that Shakhtar mistake at the back, which was just terrible, is the first one that comes to mind mainly. We've got 20 minutes left of this game. About 21 to be precise. We're in the 69th minute. I'm going to put it to 70, though. Save myself some time here. 1-0 Bayern Munich, 20 minutes left. And, well, PSG need to do something here because, to be honest, it's Bayern Munich who are leading this game by a country mile right now. Doesn't really feel like the French side have got into it much, although it's a lovely ball lofted over top towards Angel Di Maria. Can he use his Argentinian trickery to get around this defence? It's a lovely ball. That's lofted it towards Marquinhos. Oh! Get the shot on, and he's going to go to play for a corner.
Corner ball.
That was
and
great
that
by Verratti.
Was a lovely opportunity.
So Verratti, whoever stood over, he told him to move. He spotted out thingy on the wing, and then.
How many nutmegs have we seen tonight?
That would have been Marquinhos' third consecutive Champions League goal in a row.
Crap corner.
Which is crazy.
Genuinely awful corner.
How was Neymar come over with the ball there?
He's done really well to get the ball back. He's getting hustled by Robert Lewandowski. It's gone down. A free kick has been given to PSG, and maybe they can use this free kick very quickly and get forward. Here's Kempembe. He's moved up the pitch.
PSG just trying to get these free kicks taken quickly.
Lovely work from Mbappe. He's lofted towards Angel Di Maria, but he's not in the right space at the right time. And they need to make the most of these chances. They're getting back into it slightly.
It's another corner.
Yeah, it feels the momentum has shifted towards PSG because Bayern were really putting the pressure on, but they need this time to try and get back into the game.
Well, Di Maria is not taking the corner this time. Very poor corner. And he's going to be Neymar on this one. Can he do any better? It's going to be lofted in by the Brazilian. Towards the back post. Oh, it's lovely. He's bobbling around and trying to get the ball in the shout for a penalty. The referee says no.
Foul.
It's going to be a foul.
Well, there's a bit of clattering in the box there between. Just kind of look. Saul went down as one of the players. And that will be a foul. Marquinhos trying to go for the ball there. Much better cross though, and that chance from Marquinhos. It's a good save from Neuer.
Looks like a puppet master.
Julian Draxler is on now. Another attacking change. Can he make a difference? The German midfielder, formerly a Schalke man. He'll know some of these players from international duty and from his time in the Bundesliga. And he's only got 20 minutes to do something in this game. You know what's going to happen if Bayern Munich do win this. The Farmers League tag will be coming back out.
I know, man. I can sort of understand the Liga and one.
Oh my
But not the
god!
Bundesliga.
No, he's talking about the PSG guy.
Oh, all right. It was in thing here. They sent bunch of fans were saying, "Oh, look, it's a
Lovely work.
Goretzka outside the box, just slips, and PSG will
Attacking
counter."
for PSG. This could be a good opportunity
Some
now.
lovely
Mbappe's
ball.
through. It's a bit of a heavy ball. But can he use
No
his
one
trickery
there.
here? He's on the left-hand side, dancing around. Oh, it's lovely work from Mbappe. Lovely work from Mbappe. Still going. Mbappe's gone down.
Good
And the referee
tackle.
has not given a penalty. He said, get up. Great work.
Oh,
Mbappe.
He's getting feisty.
They-
Marquinhos.
what
Into
a
Di
touch.
Maria. Lovely work
Oh.
from Di Maria.
Oh,
Poor ball.
oh my god!
Just passes it without looking there. Why? He should have just taken a touch first.
He had plenty of time to and plenty of space. And that's going to have an awkward ball to keep in here. Somehow does, and he's been able to get round. Still got the ball, Bernat. He's at the edge of the box. Is he going to lay it off or take the shot? He does indeed. Lays it off for Neymar, who goes for the long-range effort, and it's over the bar. And, well, we might have been a long-range effort to put them back in this game, but not anything like that.
I feel Neymar should have been making the overlap on Bernat there. As Bernat was driving, no one was moving into space. He just stood there waiting for the ball. I was thinking, could have done. Oh, nah.
Say what, a bit of contact there, but
There is a bit of contact though. I
Is
guess
anyone
it's
in
just
favour of that being a penalty?
not soft.
a soft one, yeah.
If you PSG though, it's sort of not stupid decision by Neymar, obviously, 'cause but when there were so many men in front of you and you're taking your shots with when you've just had
Oh,
that
a ball, that is.
consistent.
what a pass that is!
Lovely work
Yes,
there.
sir.
Davies bombing forward now into Philippe Coutinho. It's not the most inventive ball in the world, but somehow it's been kept in play. It's hit long.
Poor head of that.
Somehow Goretzka's been able to get a touch on the ball.
No.
And it's gone out of play. Really poor pass there.
Really end to end now.
It's getting feisty. Does it?
Ooh.
15 minutes left for him to get a goal back in this game. It's possible. It really is possible because that Bayern Munich are looking susceptible to potential opportunities on goal.
I think that's a
PSG
penalty.
do, yeah.
It's a clumsy challenge, isn't it, by
He's
Kimmich?
he's not got the ball. Like the ball's gone by the time he plays a tackle.
Yeah, it's not a lot of contact, but there is contact there. So it's a difficult one.
Similar to the Coleman one, seen him not given. A different referee gives that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the problem is this PSG side has gone down a lot on weak touches. We talked about it. What game were it? Was it Europa League final?
Yeah,
Where
yeah. We spoke about it. Kimmich.
Oh, it's a lovely ball, but Navas is there first.
Maybe if it's Bruno, it might get given. I'm only
we
kidding.
talked in the Euro
No
final
comment.
about all the players, like if you go down
Yeah.
a lot during weak tackles, eventually ref's just not going to give it where there probably is an actual foul.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It works against you. Sometimes you're buying fouls, but the ref will just get sick of you eventually. And I think you're right, Rowan. I think it's just there's been a few tonight, and it doesn't help when everyone rolls 10 times after every foul.
No.
And that's soft as well. To be
Sure.
fair.
Surely we've got to see Icardi come on soon. I don't know what you do in this situation to bring him on because, to be honest, the front three have looked dangerous at times. But I don't know. But do you take another midfielder off and have?
I think you put Neymar a little bit deeper and let him control the game from middle of the park, but just a little bit deeper and get him on the ball, and then have an out-and-out striker. Because when people get it on the wings, there's not a number 9 in the box. Whereas if you had likes of Icardi, there probably would be.
Yeah, that's what I think. They need somebody.
So,
I'm lagging like
Oh,
mad. It's all right. I just
Yeah.
think they need somebody in the box.
Maybe
Just
take off
to have
Herrera.
movement.
Maybe take off Herrera or the other midfielder that's still on. Yeah, who's the other one that's still on?
Marquinhos.
Oh, you can't take him off, can you?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Then when I was thinking about it, I'm like, Do you take Verratti off even though you've already just brought him on?
That's out of it, and Drax obviously came on for the other one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Take one I'll put Draxler at right wing back.
Great tackle.
Challenge.
Crunching tackle.
Get Taylor Care off.
Yeah, I think sadly he did get caught out for the goal, but overall he's not had a bad performance, Tilo Kehrer.
It's a great tackle by him there.
Lovely touch that.
Crunching tackles going in left and right here.
Perisic.
It's gone out.
Yeah.
He doesn't look... Yeah, I don't know if Benat's injured. Or is he just tired?
Just gassed out. He has done a lot of running this game, in fairness, Benat.
I guess players will probably be fairly tired as well because there's only been a couple of days since these games were played.
Yeah.
Maybe take one at centre-backs off. Take Kimpembe off. Put Marquinhos back at centre-back and then put Icardi or Choupo-Moting on.
The thing is, Kimpembe's had a class game as well.
Yeah,
Can't really
It's not
fault
like
him.
majority of the looking at that edge.
Yeah,
Sorry,
a
John?
lot of pushing has been for Bayern.
I can't translate.
Sorry, Josh, what was that?
He says something about the possession for Bayern because I know the stat popped up.
Do you think, maybe go 3 at the back, take off Benat, put Kehrer back at natural centre-half, but then you've got literally no wing-backs. You've just got midfield.
And especially with Kimmich and Davis as the thing, you're going to have 2 wingers coming at no one finished Benat.
Depends on the play of the game in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't look... It's not gas. I think he's
coming off.
Yeah.
Thomas
If
Tuchel's
you can hear me, that's exactly what I was going to say. And it's lagging again.
Yeah, I don't know what you was going to say, Josh. I'll be honest, mate. I've got no idea.
Ronaldo said, I want some more goals. Give me a Fiesta.
I honestly, I feel like every time it talks, it just lags, and it's really irritating me. I was going to say what Rowan said, just that the PSG players have not been bad tonight. They've been really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going like for like. They'll bring on Levin Kazawa. No change.
Di Maria coming on.
Someone else is coming off as well. Yeah.
Is that Maxim Choupo-Moting coming on?
It is.
He is. Di
Di
Maria.
Maria's coming off.
Yeah.
Fairness, Icardi didn't come on against Leipzig in a game where they were very comfortable.
There must be something with Icardi.
But he started against Atalanta.
If you can hear me, he's going to score the equaliser. I have a gut feeling 88th minute he's scoring an equaliser.
Are we playing Choupo-Moting bingo?
Get him.
I was going to say, there is a problem with Icardi. He's not as good as Choupo-Moting.
Who is?
That's the problem with him.
We're doing Choupo-Moting.
Yeah.
We all
Who's
spoke
Icardi?
then.
What's going on?
If we're doing Choupo-Moting bingo, he's going to give away a penalty. He's going to do it on the opposite end.
Bingo.
Well, just because Kieran just... Don't matter, well, it's fine. It's all good. Chemistry.
Choupo-Moting bingo, when's he going to score? Josh said 88th minute.
Oh, right.
88th minute.
I think Choupo-Moting is genuinely playing bingo.
No one listened to you, apparently, Kieran.
I was going to say, whip out bingo cards with Choupo-Moting's face on it. Every time it's an appearance, there's one appearance, there's another appearance. Oh, he scored!
Get a line of Choupo-Motings.
What is it like the McDonald's loyalty cards? He plays 5 games and he gets another go in the PSG team for free.
Gets to turn off his final purchase.
I was going to say, I think I'll be waiting about 8 months for that loyalty card to fill.
9 minutes to go. Not long to go at all. Really?
Fucking hate his porn star, doesn't he, Gnabry? With that mustache.
Excuse me. He was born for the disco. That's what I've heard.
He was born for the disco, in fairness.
Choupo-Moting bingo.
Oh, flick. Lewandowski.
Dragged it wide.
Offside anyway. One Bayern.
Lewandowski hasn't really been there, has he, today?
No, but you can't let him keep having chances because he will finish one of them if he gets them. I know he had that chance earlier where he hit the post, and that was a warning sign, but I'm worried that Paris Saint-Germain won't really. Well, they'll do that. That was basically what I was going to say. They'll do that.
Do you see PSG getting a goal?
I hope so.
Yes,
I
88th
hope
minute.
so.
Choupo-Moting.
Imagine.
It's
they'll be
really
winning.
awkward because I feel like I'm talking all over you because the problem is I can see everybody's lips moving before you've even spoke. So,
Maybe reset your tab.
I mean, you're not talking right now, Kieran. I mean, that'd be on mute.
reset your tab or something, Josh.
No, it's just him smiling. Look at that.
Right, I'm gonna. that's the problem. I can't hear. I'm gonna re-say. Give me 2 minutes.
No
Give me
worries.
2 minutes.
He's gonna go.
I'm hoping it doesn't end the broadcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well
11
done,
goals.
2 minutes.
yeah.
No.
Oh,
Cynical challenge.
Red
That's
card.
gonna No, it's a yellow.
It's a yellow.
Get him off.
Get him out.
I love it how Josh had to go to visual representations because he could no longer speak 2 minutes.
Just a Choupo-Moting hat trick in that time.
The internet issues started happening early in the game, didn't they? Where Josh looked very confused for like 10 minutes straight. He's back.
Josh was raging, and here he is. Hello,
There we go.
Josh.
We see your mouths in sync now with what you're saying.
Oh yes.
Hi.
Virgin Media trying to fuck it up on the Champions League night. You'd love to see it. By the way, if they want to sponsor us, no.
I'll take one off them. I'll take one off.
No chance.
So
I'd rather
like
get
his
sponsored
islands.
by Talk. Jesus.
Same.
That was
Nah,
top.
Sky.
Though.
No, Talk.
Oh
Talk
no,
is
it's
dreadful.
lagging again. Oh no, it's lagging again.
Scoring in this. Phil
I'm
Coutinho
gonna-
scoring this.
Well,
Oh,
I got
ironic that Josh chose talk when we can't hear him speak. It's a bit like could have gone for all of them.
I'm gonna let you guys take the floor. I'm gonna
Oh.
sit here and let you take lead because it keeps every time I talk. I feel like it just cuts me off. It's like no, you're not talking.
you will not do that. I mean, Coutinho's just had a free kick, whips past the post. I think Never said it covered anyway.
Yeah, they tried to go for a long ball here, but Goretzka will clear it, and it's just a massive lofted ball for Kimpembe to deal with, and he manages to do it successfully. That's a
Oh,
foul.
what's the foul that is?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Pick
I don't
the
think
ball.
it's not been given as a yellow, has it?
Nah, to be honest,
Cynical,
he did
yeah.
fall over, to be fair.
I thought he slipped. Yeah.
Yeah, he slipped. I thought he slipped, but like you say, if it's a proper said if I'm
That's a
going
foul.
out, oh,
That's the yellow card.
And that yellow card as well.
They're just racking up the
15 quid fine because hour.
With 5 minutes to go, though, I've not seen enough from PSG to really warrant them getting a goal.
No.
just clatters into him.
I've got to be honest.
Well,
I think Neymar and Mbappe have failed to make an impact on the game. I thought they'd be.
can I just say, if I could quickly get it in, we are 2 minutes away from Eric Maxim Chupin's goal.
There's going to be a sub for Bayern though. Thiago's going to come off for quarantine to Lisa.
He's celebrating already.
I think there's
he's
going to be a
just
sub
happing
for
him
me
up.
in a second. Benaldo, do you want to hop on?
See if Tolisso can make an impact for this. Bayern.
It's on the
Thiago's had a great game, hasn't
Yeah, he's on the ball. He's giving it away quite brilliantly there, as Corrington
he?
Tolisso.
Oh, they're not happy bunnies.
I think that's a free that's a throw into Bayern Munich, but it's been given the other way. Pretty shoddy decision, really, but it's all right. Oh,
Let's go back to Navas though.
yeah.
See if they can do anything out of this.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh,
Nope.
bloody
I'm pretty sure that hit Lewandowski's arm on the clearance, and that made it deflect. But it's not
I
been
think
good.
he's noggin.
Do you think there's going to be one more chance for PSG?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in a minute
Yeah,
now.
but I think I'll get one more, yeah.
1 minute and a
it's
half.
one of them. They're always
Josh,
like, go on, Will.
I was going to say, Josh is very very focused that Choupo-Moting's going to score in the 88th minute. How's he going to score it, Josh? Overhead kick? We'll never know. We'll never know.
With his arse. He's going to kind of go like that. He's going to go bonk with his arse and it's going to go in.
I'm confident Josh has lost the plot. He's just absolutely lost it.
He's going to shush the empty stadium as well.
Oh, look at Sven Ulreich. He's telling them to get the ball.
I think there will be one more opportunity. There tends to be at least one, but if Neymar gives the ball away like that, it might be.
Playing head tennis.
That's a foul.
Oh.
Ouch.
Play on.
Neymar. Go. Oh, Davis is brilliant.
Oh.
He's had a good second half. I think he had a very shoddy first half, Davis, but
More composed than in the second half.
He had that one early where he missed the clearance. I can't remember who it was, but the ball went over his head. He went to clear it and he missed it. That's going to be a foul, but the advantage has been played in Mbappe.
There's Mbappe.
Mbappe's free on the right. It's a long ball. There's no one in the box. Maxim, he was 10 seconds.
He was there.
He was there.
Why is Josh clapped and it's made no sound?
Why Thiago Javi?
I'm not falling for this. If you can hear me, Shashank Mahikja, I'm not falling for have you seen my cunt play? He's absolutely fantastic. No. Naughty.
PSG are going to try coming back now.
Just lost the plot.
Unbelievable. I can't talk. I feel like it's Virgin Media free speech. It's gone.
No, but how many minutes do you think we're getting added on then? For everyone but Josh. Just Josh put a single. Yeah, thank you. Two from Josh.
4.
2.
400 minutes.
I'm hoping for 3. I'm hoping for 3.
There's always quite a bit in there.
Yeah, Mbappe has it on the right though. He's up and driving.
Go on, Mike Litteris, Shashank. Oh,
Choupo-Moting.
He's offside. He's offside. He saved it anyway.
What a save.
What are you doing?
As he looks to his right, I think is it Di Maria open? Look at Neuer.
Yeah, Di Maria.
I don't know whoever was on the right, he was open.
It was Draxler, I think.
Oh, and also he was offside.
Neymar's on the other side, yeah. Mbappe was well offside. So was thing.
I mean, it's a brilliant save.
Yeah.
Little Bear said Bayern is the best team of the tournament and deserve to win the UCL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best in Europe by a mile.
It's going to be his goal.
Seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds left. It's Kingsley Coman's goal going to be the decider. Ooh.
No, but it was a wonderful fall.
Spielberg, call him up.
5 seconds to go now. Before Tuchel's looking at the board.
See the band players trying to chant on. So 5 minutes.
Where have they come from?
I've got no idea.
Only 5 more minutes to get the 5-0 for Liverpool. Hold on, Bayern.
Secure the bag, Bayern.
Mental that, innit?
I remember watching Liverpool Udinese in Europa League about 7 years ago. There were 5 added minutes, and we were losing 3-2. And the ref blew his whistle 4 minutes 20 seconds. And 11-year-old Will, he was going mental in the living room.
Was you like Jeremy Lynch at the Wembley? It was on 13 ref. Sorry.
Oh, raging.
Both of them are offside apart from Mbappe.
Why was Choupo-Moting calling for ball when he's running offside?
They just need to hold the line.
It looks like one ball over the top absolutely kills off that defence, though.
And it's in the middle. No, it's not. Ref says no.
T-Lock error again.
Right, this is it now.
It's 3-on-3. He's driving. He's got in the middle, surely.
What's he doing?
Oh!
He's Neymar.
How
he missed the ball?
Oh, what
Eric!
fantastic football.
Eric!
No.
Oh, Eric.
Mbappe does well. He spots out Neymar. Neymar cuts it inside and Motic
He's missed the ball.
Why does Draxler not even get... Why does he not gamble at all? That is a fantastic challenge, by the way.
Yeah, well.
Eric, what
are you doing?
Eric. 3 minutes and
Thiago
15
himself,
seconds.
looking.
Thiago barking out orders.
He looks like he's been on coke, just Thiago.
Offside. They just. Do you think that was the chance?
If you can hear me, he's ordering Coutinho to hold the ball so he can get that 5 mil for Liverpool to sign Thiago.
I was going to say that the 5 million we win tonight probably going to go towards his transfer fee because we've been right. Aren't we?
Bet Klopp's on edge of his seat, isn't
Because I went that.
Oh. Di Maria looking like
They've not
he's
even
gonna
done bad
cry.
tonight, have they, PSG?
No.
No.
Yeah, they haven't been outclassed, which I thought a lot of people would have said they would have been. I think they can be proud, but do you think that's the last chance, that Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting one, or do you think there'll be one more with 2.5 to go?
I think that's the last chance.
I think that might be it.
One
If
more.
they get the ball here, though, they're just going to get everybody forward now. Oh, it's not a foul.
Not a foul.
Not a foul,
No.
and they don't know about football.
You see, the ref should have stopped his watch here, really, because
Yeah,
if it was 50th minute, Lewandowski won't be on the full hour like he is.
I'm pretty sure he got the ball on the other side, did Kazawa, but Pavard.
Good to see
To be honest, Pavard's Champions League medal is about as earned as Bruce's Champions League medal was.
He's pointing 5.
And all right as well.
Paradise. The angry Argentina.
I think they're going to go. They've got to go to the. I don't know if they are going to go to the corner though.
Boot it in the face.
Athena just dinks it over Warrant at net.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they will. I think. It's...
So Coutinho, what's he going to do? Foul? No.
No, let it go. That one's fine.
Fucking hell, look how fast he is.
At this stage in the game as well, Neymar picks it up.
Go on, Neymar.
Kimmich needs to do a tactical foul.
Still
there.
going.
Oh,
It's to Eric. Eric.
Oh,
he's just he's fouled.
Eric.
He's fouled Alphonso Davies.
Eric!
How's he managed to trip himself up
doing?
and give away a foul?
How did he manage to foul someone down there? The ball's gone past him, he's still fouling people.
He's got a card. I don't know what for. Oh, I see.
That. It's just a tactical. It would have been a good tactical foul if Mbappe didn't get the ball away.
Yeah, 45 seconds. I think we're seeing Bayern Munich winning the Champions League. Eric's not done enough since coming on, sadly.
What's he actually done apart from just run around?
He's getting his time zones confused. He's thinking, I need to score in an hour for the 88th minute for Josh.
What, is he on BT Sport +1?
Yeah.
Still waiting for this goal kick to be taken again.
Oof.
Christ. Because I would give it to Navas. I'll just do that. Yeah, it's fine.
That's
And I
yeah.
think
It's got to be game.
Yeah, you give it to Navas there and you actually start building an attack, but he just didn't do that. So,
I think Kingsley Coman's goal is going to have won it for him.
yeah. I love it how the substitutes are more excited than the people that won them the tournament.
It's the same. Daniel Carioca did absolutely nothing. And he's got his hands on the trophy.
And it's over.
Bayern Munich are the Champions League winners for 2019/20.
Welcome to the 6 times of Bayern Munich.
A year on from the group stage, and we have a winner of the Champions League 2019.
Bad, innit?
Liverpool no longer the champions. Another team in red.
Unbelievable.
It was a good back and forth game.
Yeah.
I think you can say that PSG don't deserve to lose, but it was a piece of Kingsley Coman's excellent header that really made the difference.
I hope this is a start for PSG teams for years to come, because they'd find that this is something they can truly build on. And I hope this is something for them to use as a catalyst for more European success in the future, because they've been underwhelming for many years, and maybe they thought this was their year. But sadly, I do believe that Bayern Munich are the right and worthy winners after getting everyone in their path.
I love it.
Yeah, you can see at the bottom there. It's not about Bayern Munich. It's about Liverpool getting 5 million from Coutinho winning the Champions League. Bayern Munich, 1-0 winners of PSG. And you've got to say, Bayern do deserve it. They showed why they're the best team in Europe throughout the lockdown break, after lockdown in the league, and then bringing that form into the Champions League and really running wild with it. Who you man the match of the games?
Kingsley Coleman.
Yeah, I've got to agree. The goal scorer.
Yeah. Josh Kieran?
Eric.
Just Eric. He tried his best.
Manuel Neuer.
No, I'd probably say I'd probably said Coleman, but I will give credit to Eric that he did get a lot more opportunities for the side towards the end. He was trying to be a bit of a difference maker, but he just couldn't get that lacking edge. But no, if I was like being serious, Coleman, I had a great game tonight.
Giddy?
I don't want to say Coleman like the rest. I'm going to go for Manuel Neuer. Made some key saves in there.
Yeah.
For me, it's Coleman. He scored the goal, and when it's a 1-0 win, you've sort of got to go for the goal scorer, unless it's a shithouse goal.
And I bet
on.
Hansi Flick, when he was substitute to Niko Kovac when this tournament started, if you'd have told him in a year's time you'd be winning it in August, I think this would have been a completely unfathomable thing. And it's been a great way to end the tournament after such a weird year.
Yeah. I mean, it's underway, but I think the biggest thing is, do you want to do the outro, Josh, or?
Go on, Josh.
There's no point because it's just going to keep lagging.
No, you're good.
You're all right.
Am I?
We can hear you now. We can hear you now, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh, wow. As the game finishes, just as it finishes, he decides, I'm back. Oh, no. It was a really good game overall. And, at the end of the day, PSG, they can come out of this game and they can hold their heads high because they've had a fantastic tournament. Tonight, I think there was a lot of people out there who expected Bayern Munich, not necessarily to trounce them, but to get a decent win. And they've come into this game and they've done very well. And something suspiciously tells me I'm lagging.
No, it's what Wilson said.
Oh my god!
I was lagging then again, but
no.
It's a good performance for them tonight. They've done really, really well. And as for Bayern Munich, well, fair play to them. They've been really good in this tournament. Most goals there's ever been in the Champions League in terms of since the format's changed up. And as for just the performances in general, they've been so good, and they've deserved it overall. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Super Cup. Because, of course, now Sevilla are going to be taking on Bayern Munich in the UEFA Cup next season. So I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed the watch-alongs that we've done over the last couple of weeks. I don't know why the boys are laughing, but I'm going to hold myself together. Doing very well right now. But in terms of the other content that you can keep your eyes on over the next couple of weeks, I've got no idea. I feel like there's an inside joke I'm missing out on here. But as you can see right now...
Josh, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's all right, Ron. We're in it together. But as you can see right now...
We'll try and maintain some professionalism.
Oh, no. Just do that. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
27th of August, Arsenal take on Liverpool in the Community Shield at 4:15. Give them a second. I have no idea what's going on. 30th September, UEFA Nations League.
Your screen's frozen. There we go. You're back.
That's it. No, it's all right. UEFA Nations League, Germany and Spain, Iceland and England, Netherlands and Italy. 24th of September, we now know who's going to be playing. UEFA Super Cup is going to be Bayern Munich versus Sevilla. That's at 7:30. Kick-off for that game's at 8 o'clock. And then 8th of October, we've got the Euro 2020 playoff semi-finals, of course. Still some international sides that don't know where they're going to be in terms of the Euro. So you can find out in October when we do some of those watch-alongs. And, of course, as well, there'll be watch-alongs for all 5 major leagues across the next season. But no, honestly, for everyone that's been watching over these last couple of weeks, I hope you guys have enjoyed these streams because it's been fun. We've enjoyed it, and it's been very, very fun in terms of doing these streams. In terms of the watch-alongs. But we'll be back with more watch-alongs in the next couple of weeks ahead of the new season. I said the Community Shield is next week. And there's more watch-alongs as well on the side. Is F1 back next week, Rowan?
Yeah, so we're back next week at Spa, so in Belgium. Then the week after, we're in Italy at Monza. And then the week after, I'll see. I think I might be able to do a stream for Mugello. It's also that's when we move in. So it's when we move in. So I don't know whether I'll be able to. If I can get all my stuff sorted by the time the race is on, yeah, I'll do a stream on the thing in the road. But yeah, look forward to them. We haven't had a race this week. Indy 500 is currently going on. Yeah, I'm trying to think. We'll have some wrestling watch along soon as well because we'll all be together at least. So I doubt you're going to join in, Josh, but we'll be able to do a couple of them. Try to think of another ones.
I don't know off the top of my head. I think there was a couple of NFL ones they might be doing in the near future as well. But
I think on the 9th or the 8th, we'll definitely do Jags versus Vikings. I'm guessing they might do Cowboys and the Vikings as well.
But yeah, keep your eyes out for all that content. There'll be plenty of stuff still to come. And I said more football watch-alongs in the near future. We're going to change them up slightly. We're going to still be using StreamYard. It's kind of similar format, but we're changing a few things up. So keep your eyes out for those watch-alongs in the near future. But the boys are still laughing. Well. I'm going to say as well, before I say a good thanks to everyone, the podcasts. We've got a couple of podcasts on our channel as well. We've got the Wrestling Corner, which is available on a Tuesday in the morning. Keep your eyes out for that with Ronan and Simon. The Wednesday podcast, which we do, is a football podcast. If you like European football, keep your eyes out for it. The Top Corner podcast will be back in September. It's going to be changed very, very slightly from last year, so keep your eyes out. But that'll be on a Wednesday. And Monday, of course, the tier list as well, which is not a podcast. It's an interactive show which you guys can join in as well. We do one different tier list each week, whether it be Premier League tier list, whether it be wrestling, songs, you name it. Kieran is doing a tier list on it. So keep your eyes out for that. But as for now, a big thank you to everyone. Thank you, Kieran L. Thank you, KD. Thank you, Will. As always, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. And we'll be back in the near future. See you guys later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.